Welcome everybody to La Plática. As you know, we are sponsored by the one and only
SeatGeek.
SeatGeek, baby. I say this all the time.
You do,
You
man.
see the hat. You see the hat.
Come on, man.
It's not MLB season. It's Dodger season is back, baby. And
back,
we're already 2-0. SeatGeek got you covered. Opening day, game 2. I'm going to be there for both. What about you, Josh?
I'm pulling up. I mean, shoot, come on, man. You
Can
know
I
I'm
buy
gonna
you
be
your
there.
ticket?
Hey, if you go to a Dodger game, the chances of you seeing me, I'm gonna just say this, very likely.
Very high.
likely.
Very high.
That's right. SeatGeek has over 70,000 live events daily, all right? So it's not just Dodgers. I mean, that's the most important thing, but it's not just Dodgers. Over 28 million downloads. No wonder SeatGeek is rated the #1 rated ticketing app on the App Store. The reason why they're rated #1 is because they're incredible. And 2, they make things easy for you, you know? They show you a green dot, that's the ticket you want to buy. They show you the red dot, might not be the ticket you want to buy.
Yeah, and they have artists, amazing artists like Beyonce, The Weeknd, Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Morgan Wallen, Post Malone. Posty's back, baby.
Come on, Posty's back. And
love
because he's
Posty.
back, just because he's back and the Dodgers are back, we're going to give you guys a little discount. We're going to hook you up a little bit. You're going to get a little discount. Use the code La Plática 2025 for 10% off your next purchase on SeatGeek, all right? You can get 10% off your next tickets at SeatGeek. All you got to do, type the code La Plática 2025.
It's that easy.
Come on, man.
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
You can get an
peasy.
A+ when you do it. It's that easy.
That's right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This episode's a good one, all right? SeatGeek, even a gooder one.
SeatGeek sexy, and this episode is gonna be sexy.
Come on, man. Let's give a round of applause for sexy.
I'm gonna use it.
Let me be honest.
Every guest is a privilege.
Do we want to go there?
Get jolly.
Cause I'm on a podcast with Josh Labor.
Yeah, you have too, motherfucker.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let me just tell you.
Episode 187 with Mikey Narine.
Damn, son. Damn, son. Josh, take it away.
Come
please.
on, man. Hey,
Take it
you,
away.
you hear the voice right now?
Shit, I hear 2 sexy voices.
Hey, this is that kind of episode right here, ladies, where we gonna get down and
Ouch.
sexy.
Ouch.
Yo, we got a very special guest in the building today. Damn, my voice is on right now.
Yeah, you sound sexy, man.
You know, this is it right here. Ladies, I hope you're listening. I know you're doing your makeup right now. You're going to want to do your makeup extra good today. When you're listening to this episode, this is a boys episode, a sexy boys episode.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm very excited to introduce our guest for today. Before we get into introducing our guest, you know I got to give a shout out to our friends over at SeatGeek, the #1 rated ticketing app on the App Store. Come on, man.
You see the mics?
Can you see the mics? Let's talk about it. Guys, you heard of TikTok, but have you heard of the TikTok sex icon, Mikey Narine?
Wow.
Because he's in the motherfucking building. Come on, man. Mikey Narine in the building, everybody.
Pleasure.
My man.
You guys are really handsome, by the way. Just want to say
Oh,
that.
shit.
Hey,
Likewise,
man.
bro. It's just a handsome episode today.
Super likewise. Bro, imagine like if somebody walks in and just sees 4 handsome vatos.
Yeah.
And Matt, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Damn. It's amazing.
Bro, this
Mikey,
is-
thank you for being on the
Yes,
podcast.
bro.
by the way.
Pleasure.
Yes,
Honestly.
Pleasure.
yes. This is your first podcast.
First podcast, so I'm
No
really,
way.
really excited.
Wow.
Yeah.
First podcast, and look at you guys. Like, I'm here with you guys.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm hyped.
Bro, I'm excited to talk to you. I've been following you for a good amount of time now. I want to say at least like 6 to 8 months, and I've seen you explode on social media. What I was telling Sebas and the team before you got here is your growth on social media has been very interesting because you popped off on TikTok first, right?
Yeah.
And then you were able to transmit your audience to Instagram as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a difficult time doing that.
Yeah.
So you were like very lucky and blessed to be able to do that. Obviously, you're talented as well. But like, talk to us about, first of all, like how you got started, the growth of it all, and how you were able. What's your secret, bro? Besides being dashingly handsome.
Yeah.
So I started, I think when I was 20. I always dressed some type of way. I never really cared about what people thought about how I dressed, but it wasn't until like 20, I turned 22, where I thought to myself, I'm gonna take this serious because I was working a job that my heart wasn't in. I always wanted to do something else, and I was like, you know what? I am going to take this serious.
Yeah.
As soon as I said that, and
Yeah.
as soon as I actually took it serious and started posting at my job, I would edit, post, kept checking, which sucks, you know, when you post a video and you keep
Yeah.
checking. But I was
Yeah.
doing that, and I did that for 6 months, and then my TikTok started going up, and I was like, I need to put the pride aside. My family's gonna see my videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yep.
People from my high school are gonna see it. They're already clowning me. Don't care. Posted on Instagram. That started going up. And I was like, this is fun. I'm having a blast.
yeah.
And I kept doing it. I'm like, I'm gonna really try this. I didn't even know you can make money off it. But you know, that was never the goal. The goal was just of having fun, the DMs, seeing people. Like I didn't see people on social media that kind of looked like me. Like I was a little like thicker. I was 210 pounds. I'm only 5'10", so I'm not like 6'4" beast, you know, that you always see.
Yeah.
So I didn't see anyone who looked like me on social media. So I was like, I'm gonna be, or I want to be like a good role model for those guys who, who don't know how to, you know,
So
really
called
dress.
like the bigger dudes.
Yeah, the bigger dudes.
Yeah.
I'm a little thinner now. I've been cutting.
Yeah, you've had a pretty crazy
Yeah, I was
transformation,
like,
bro.
you're not 210 no more. Huh?
I'm
205.
yesterday-
Wow.
No, hold on. Sorry. I messed up. I want to see you're a 192.
Nah.
Wow, bro. You seen something? Because I
didn't see nothing. I just know. I know.
You know,
bro. I
you know my
that I
body, bro.
No, he knows.
I know your body.
You know my body.
No, he's like he
I'm
really
really good at
knows.
this.
He's really good at knowing men's physiques.
Yeah,
He checks them out all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, I can't blame you. 192. yeah.
But just like how you were saying how like you didn't care about your high school homies or people that knew you in high school, your family. Isn't it a beautiful thing that when you actually start being yourself, and it's not that they don't respect you now or that they felt some type of way with you before, but isn't it amazing that when you start posting and you start getting DMs and comments and they're like cheering you on, isn't it an amazing feeling to know like, wow, there's like so much other people here that actually fuck with me?
Yeah, it's like
You realize that like, dang, being like, it's because the people that you're around with, you know, your whole life, sometimes it sucks because like they just clown on you, you know?
Yeah.
But like when you don't know, it's the people that you don't know that really uplift you sometimes, isn't it?
seriously. It's weird because you think that the people that you grew up with and the people closest to you would be the ones pushing you.
Yeah.
But it's often strangers.
Yeah.
On the internet that are like keep posting these and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
They
so,
give you the encouragement that you like you need.
Yeah.
Bro, one thing I really enjoy about your content is that you've been really open about like your transformation, about like just how you've done your glow up as a human and stuff, right? So were you, and I don't mean to get like too personal, but like, did you grow up kind of like insecure or like how was your upbringing?
Yeah. So
Because you really talk about how like the growth, like see, like you do a lot of like arc videos, like this is where I was and this is where I'm at now.
Yeah. Like growing up, it was I never thought I was a good looking guy. It was always my personality. Like I was always the funny guy.
Yeah.
And that was what I was known for, and I was cool with that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like I think where I really wanted to like lock in. I always wanted to do acting.
Yeah.
So that was the main goal. So I was like, if I want to do this, I gotta stop eating like bad. I gotta because eating like that like makes you feel so gross.
100%,
when
bro.
you wake up and
Yeah.
you're like oh. So I was like, I gotta buckle in, and then I really started taking things serious. It was slow, and then I was on that journey. I was really I just realized a lot of guys go through the same thing.
100%, bro.
They don't know what to do. They don't know, like they think the worst part of themselves is the final edition.
Oh, that's
you know?
interesting. Yeah, I
So it's
agree.
like-
I agree.
They see guys on the internet
Like this is
they're
all I got. This
this
is
is
who
me.
I am.
This is me. I'm
Yeah.
accepted. I'm super overweight. I don't know how to do anything.
I don't know how to
to
dress.
lift.
I don't know how to get a haircut. Yeah.
I can't talk to women. This is it.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be me.
While you were going through this, did you have a partner? Did you have a girlfriend?
I've
or-
never had a girlfriend.
Ever?
Till
No.
this day.
To this day?
To this day, yeah.
Damn. Not after this episode.
Yeah, my DMs are open. No, it was that one thing. Like I didn't want to be.
You saw how he said my DMs are open?
Yeah. And
Wow.
you look straight into the camera.
I
I'm
looked
like,
that
are you
up
sure
and
you
I'm
haven't
like-
done this before?
I was like,
Slid it in real
shit, I
quick.
might too. I might go in there.
I didn't want to become a girl's man if I wasn't even the man of my own dreams.
Come on, Mikey.
Come on.
Let
Give
them
me-
know,
give me
baby.
some-
Let them
give me
know,
some-
baby. You know
how
what I'm
it is,
saying?
You know how it is.
Speak
like
to him,
that,
dog.
huh?
Speak to him.
It's like I'm not gonna waste a woman's time
Yeah.
if I'm not even sure who I am.
If I'm currently wasting my time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I thought I would just wait. I'm not here to waste time. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure myself out before
Yeah.
I
Damn,
can do
bro.
that. Yeah.
Damn. That's powerful, bro.
So they're in your DMs right now, right?
They're
And
going crazy.
So they're in your DMs. Have you actually like talked to one and like actually gone on a date?
Oh, that's a good question.
I went on a date, but she was also on social media.
Oh, she was
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Like an influencer type.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh wow.
I did slide in the DMs though.
Oh, so you did it.
I did,
That's
yeah.
cool.
How was
That's
the
good.
date?
It was a
good?
great date. Yeah, she
okay.
was amazing. But I told her the same thing. Like I don't
Oh.
think I'm.
So you still feel like you're not necessarily
I don't.
ready. Wow.
Honestly, I think I'm way further than I thought I was. I thought when I moved,
Yeah.
quit my job, do this, but now
But you
I'm still rediscovering myself in a different way that I don't think I need a relationship right
Bro,
now.
I got to commend you for your like self-awareness of that, because not a lot of people have that kind of self-awareness. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
They're like kind of like almost in denial of it and don't want to look inward. You know, they tend to like see like everyone else is the problem. It's like, well, you got to start with you first.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a big problem that a lot of guys are blaming women for not wanting them, but maybe you suck, you know? Maybe you're not taking the steps into becoming a better man.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure like all these guys are emotionally intelligent, have no problem talking
To women.
to women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of guys aren't emotionally intelligent. So
How does one become emotionally intelligent?
I think you really have to look at, like, why are you feeling these feelings? You
Yeah.
know? Like, why am I angry? Why am I sad? Why do I feel?
Like breaking
Anxious.
yourself
Yeah.
down, breaking yourself up.
Because there's a reason why you feel all these things.
Yeah.
Whether it's childhood stuff.
Yeah.
Whether it's your self-conscious.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these internal thoughts are stemmed from something. So once you really like take a second to pause and look inward, I think the world changes.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
100%.
Yeah, 'cause
and
you
that
like-
goes with like life in general,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I feel like also too, and sorry to interrupt
No.
you. I feel like a lot of guys and the majority of us, like the super majority of us, I think we're programmed in a way to live our young adolescent lives, especially like even now, a certain way. Like we almost have like an image of how we should be a man, right?
Yeah.
And we never really think about like how we actually want to live our lives.
Yeah.
We always kind of have it like kind of like on paper already, and we try to follow those rules.
Okay.
And I think those are the guys that he's probably like that, you know, he's probably like talking about, the people that need to like stop. What do I want? I'm not happy yet. Why am I following these rules of needing to do this, being with women? Like, why do we need to be with women, really, right?
Yeah, like ask those hard questions.
Yeah, like ask those hard questions. Like, why do I want a girl?
Where am I finding my identity?
Instead of like, why don't I just fall in love with myself first?
Yes, exactly.
Right? It's like, because we all have programmed like, guys, you don't have a girlfriend? And you know what else they say after that, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you don't have a girlfriend? Why? Then you're weird.
Yeah.
Or like,
You get
oh,
judged.
you must have a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah.
Right? No, I don't. You know? But it's like, we're programmed that way where we always either need to have somebody or need to have a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that like you shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like it's always written on paper of like what we should do.
Yeah.
And instead of looking back and like I said, and I'll repeat myself, like instead of like asking ourselves, let me fall in love with myself first, and then one naturally will come to me.
Exactly. Yeah. I think when you do work on yourself, like things start changing and people are more attracted to you in the way you want to be attracted.
Wow.
Not with your face or
Right.
not with how you
Yeah.
look. It's because like you can just tell when someone is listening,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't listen.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, when you could tell they're
Actively,
Actively,
intentionally
yeah.
listening.
and I feel like that's where you kind of want to be. And it's kind of hard to get there though. So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like for yourself, what I was gonna say earlier was like it's really cool that you've shown how you've transformed your physical appearance down to like your the way you look to your style, everything. You've kind of shown that, and it's really cool to hear that like now you're working on changing your inner you, you know what I mean? Like the growth of you, like your mindset and how you perceive yourself and how you perceive the world, and really asking those kind of questions of like, who do you want to be, the kind of person that you want to date, like those kind of questions. I think that's really cool to see, man. Like it's
appreciate it,
just
yeah.
both sides.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just like, they fix the outside, but are really messed up on the inside,
Yeah.
you know? And don't take the time. They just want to like, they heal their problems with like dating people, right?
Yes.
And then they will tend to blame that person for the mishaps that are happening in the relationship, which is not a good place to be
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
Yeah, not a good place to be in.
Yeah. So going back to like the topic of like, what is the like? You look like the type of guy that like if you slide on a DM or if like you ask a girl out and you meet them in person, how do you, we talked about it in a couple of pods ago, right?
Yeah.
What's the best way to approach a woman?
in person or
Yeah, let's just say in person.
Do you approach women in person?
I don't like. I gotta be honest. Like if it's in public, like I'm not. I've said a couple times like, hey, I think you're really
Attractive.
pretty.
Yeah.
My name's Mikey. And then if they give me their name, I'll continue. But if
Yeah.
they don't, like, oh, thank you, I'll just walk away. Like,
Yeah.
thank you. Like, I hope you have a good day.
Yeah.
And guys don't know how to take rejection. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with rejection
Yeah.
because like if
You
you
have to
walk
be
away-
cool
you
with it.
have to, yeah.
Well,
like,
guys tend to take it personally.
Yeah.
And it's not personal all the time. Like maybe they have a relationship that they're committed to.
Yeah.
And wrong
Yeah.
place, wrong
Yeah.
time. You know
Or
what I
they
mean?
just
It's
don't like
It's
you.
not you, or
Yeah.
they just don't like you, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we always tend to like, why don't you like me?
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you start going on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And did someone show you how to work TikTok? Is that
No.
something that you learned on your own? Is there a video that you like, you know what?
How to TikTok?
These are hitting. What
yeah.
video is like, oh, these are hitting. This is what I should be doing. This is what people really, because I'm sure there's a lot of guys that follow you too that like you inspire them to be just like you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I did start with like the thirst traps.
Yeah.
So shirtless on my
I'm on,
motorcycle.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm sure I'm on a motorcycle. I have a beard.
Yeah. So it was like that, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not just a shirtless man.
Yeah. I can be, and I
can
will be, but
yeah.
I'm not just that.
I will be a time from time when I have a good pump, but when I knew a lot of guys asked me what jeans I wore when I had the shirtless pictures. So I'm like,
Wow.
oh, you know, maybe there's a lot of guys who don't know what
Yeah.
jeans to wear,
Yeah.
what boots to wear, where do I get my boots, and so that's why I was like, you know, let me I want to help guys.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that really like took it off.
Oh, cool.
Bro, I saw this TikTok a while ago where and I think this might have been the reason how I found out about you. This guy broke down
Yeah.
your style and talked about how you have really figured out how to style your body and like your whole identity. Does that make sense? Did you see
I
that
seen
TikTok?
that, yeah.
I think that one kind of went viral, right? Like it
Yeah,
popped off.
yeah.
This guy was basically saying like a lot of guys just try to like wear the fashionable stuff, the stuff that's trending, and don't really wear stuff that complements their bodies. They're not like aware of that. Like they don't really like dissect like, okay, I tend to be more stockier. Maybe I shouldn't wear like long tees. You know what I mean? And he was talking about how Mikey does an amazing job by doing that. Like he understands his body. He understands like what works for him. And then he applies that, which is why people are so gravitated towards his fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was me who did the video.
Isn't it crazy how like we start like growing up, but we get older and like instead of like doing like trendy stuff and like obviously I still dress trendy like you and myself. You do too.
But you have found your
I'm sure-
identity as well, bro.
Yeah, but
You
like
have a- you've
I
done a
have
really
so
good
I
job.
feel like I have so many styles, right?
Yeah.
But it's cool like when you grow up, you start figuring out like I need to dress and put on clothes that complement my body.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that like show people that like this is how my body looks and this is what these clothes look like. But for example, like Mikey has these really nice jeans on. They look like they fit him perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes when I wear like say I wear some like black Wranglers, you know what I mean, with some boots, it makes me feel like a fucking man.
Yeah.
Right?
It
Like
does,
it really makes me feel like fuck yeah. And I
Yeah.
used to be like in high school or like in my early 20s, I'm like, I'm not wearing that shit because like you can see my ass.
Yeah.
Like it looks, you know, whatever my snake
Juicy.
ass, whatever I have back there, it's there though.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I used to be like self-conscious about that. So, but now I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like,
Look at my ass.
Like, and then you just walking around like that, just showing your confidence. I'm like, yeah, this is the way I dress. Like, that's sexy.
Did you
Yeah.
get to this point? Like, how did you get here to figuring out like your style and like what works for you and what complements your body? Because I saw videos like you used to not always dress the way you do now.
I think it was 8th grade where before that I was a skater kid, and 8th grade I fell in love with like greaser stuff.
Yeah.
And like Elvis. So that's when I started wearing boots and stuff like that. And then high school, I fell in love, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was my favorite
Come on, man.
show.
I love that show.
Yeah. So Will Smith
Yeah.
like hit me
Yeah.
like with his fashion. So sophomore year is when I like
From
not-
Fresh Prince, like that style?
Yeah. So Fresh
shit.
Prince, like Will Smith. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I would wear like a gold tracksuit
Sick.
to school.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
And then I kind of like combine them. So like the 50s
Ah.
and then 90s, because like sometimes I wear like the baggies with the Tims. Like I love that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wear like the 50s to the 60s, 70s, 80s. You know, like
Yeah.
I love just combining it all.
Yeah.
So it was a bunch of like trial and error. Boots were always my staple because it's so easy to work with.
Yeah.
Like you just throw them
Yeah.
on and it just makes you look like,
Elevates the whole thing.
yeah, it does.
Yeah. It kind
So-
of makes it chic. Like it just, I don't know, it just takes it a whole different angle.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
If there was an era in your life that you would love to live in, that's not
go
right
back.
now, and go back, what would that be?
This one.
Yeah,
I can't.
Low key,
I
bro.
can't. I have an iPhone.
Because you can still do that. You can still dress like the 50s and just have an iPhone.
Yeah, I know. Not social media and stuff like that.
You,
Like,
Josh?
I agree with Mikey, bro. This is the time to be in.
Yeah.
But okay, to make the conversation fun.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'd go to, have you ever seen Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger? I think we just talked about this movie. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go there.
Okay, you know what?
I'll be a fucking knight.
A knight.
But I have to be a knight. Don't put me as a peasant.
like
G.
medieval
Don't
times?
put me as scooping the pig's poop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, be a knight.
What about you?
I would say like the Elvis times.
Elvis sounds what they
50s?
say.
Yeah.
Like the 50s, the 60s.
Yeah.
Life is just simple. You know?
Have you seen Elvis with Butler?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sick.
Great,
That was
a
great
good
movie,
movie, yeah.
bro. Yeah, that movie was sick.
Did you see the one with Austin Butler when he's the motorcycle guy?
Bike riders?
Yeah.
He looks nice.
Hey, bro,
Badass.
sick movie.
Yeah, it was
huh?
a sick movie.
I want to
Yeah.
get a bike so bad,
Please
but I'm
don't.
just scared, bro.
Please
It's
don't.
scary, bro. I had my Harley and I slipped and I sold it. And
Bro,
it was not
they
fun.
say there's two types of riders: people who have fallen and people who will fall.
Yeah.
like there's no in
You're
between.
gonna
Like, you're
fall.
going to
I
fall
know.
on a bike.
I know, because anything can happen. It's not about you crashing into somebody. It's somebody crashing into you,
yeah.
slipping,
Slipping, yeah.
which is like the most common.
Yeah.
But I want one so bad.
It
bro.
looks sick.
It's
I love
sick,
it a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, like with some fucking Wranglers, unas botas, just a white shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe some Marlboro Reds
Slutty.
right here.
Wow.
on
Don't
the
even
side. Like slick back my hair. Just
Yeah.
sick.
That's slutty,
Just pull
man.
up to Alfred's, the coffee shop.
Yeah, latte,
Alfred the
Extra
Fire?
hot.
extra hot.
that's pretty good.
Bro,
Yeah.
I always order
It's
my
good.
lattes extra hot. Do you do that? Did you say that as a joke? But I really do that.
No, I don't.
Especially when I do it
I
on
feel like
Postmates.
you'd be annoying doing that.
No, when I do it on Postmates, I push the extra hot because by the time it gets there, it's like the perfect temperature.
So how do they make it hotter? Just put it in the microwave?
Yeah, they put it in the microwave. The extra hot, 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
No, but I like my lattes hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And ice.
Bro, talk to us about like what has it been like? Like you literally started from zero to having millions of followers across social media. Like you're popping.
Making
like,
dumb feria.
Making dumb feria. DMs are going crazy. Like how is your
How
life
do you even
changed?
wake up, bro?
How do you stay grounded through all of this?
I would make out with myself in the mirror.
Yeah, do you make out
I
with yourself in
do
the mirror?
do that.
I would.
Yeah. Now, it's like it feels like I have been living this in my head already.
You always knew.
It's like I don't want to say I always knew, but I always wanted to do this. So it's like I always put myself in a position in my head that I was already there. So it's like when people take pictures of me, it feels so good. Like I'm not saying like my pride, it just feels so good that to be like recognized as someone to like someone to take pictures with.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think I think ego's horrible. I don't
Yeah, I
I think it's one of the worst things that
It does nothing for you.
It does nothing.
Which I don't understand how people have so much like arrogance and ego.
But I do have pride in what I do, so it
you
feels
have to, yeah.
it feels good to be like recognized that you guys both buckled down. There was a point in your life where you buckled down and you did the work, and now look,
Paid
you
off.
guys have a podcast.
Yeah.
It's like
Because no one's going to do the work for you.
no,
It's just
You gotta show up for
You're
yourself every
accountable.
day.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen some of your comments, bro. Ladies go crazy.
Man.
Like, do you ever feel? This is kind of a weird question, but do you ever feel like objectified?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a problem that but I do it to myself. You know,
This is your doing,
It's-
Mikey.
it is my doing. So I am self-aware on that.
That's good.
Like I wear tight clothes and
Yeah.
I work out, and sometimes I'm shirtless and sometimes I'm on boxers, but like I get it, and I don't really have a problem with it. But sometimes like I know I'm not just a body,
A piece
And
of meat.
I'm a piece of meat.
Yeah.
And because I know that I work so hard on other things, but it's my fault for not portraying it. Like
Yeah.
it's my fault for not portraying the personality part. So I can't be mad at it.
No, bro,
So-
that's so interesting you say that. So when I started making videos, bro, I noticed that the videos that would get the most views would be me shirtless on the thumbnail,
Yeah.
right? So I would lean into that.
Yeah.
And then I kind of started going through a similar situation where you were, where like I was like, okay, I'm doing this to myself, and I wish people would get to know me better, but I'm not doing anything to make that happen.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until Sebas asked me to come on the podcast where I really got to like showcase my personality,
Yeah.
showcase my heart, who I am, be vulnerable, that I was really able to show that side. So I think it's just about like finding ways that what makes sense for you to like be able to show. Because dude, you have an
Yeah.
amazing personality. Honestly, I'm kind of like taken away by how you carry yourself. But I don't know. Maybe you start a podcast.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
our podcast.
That's why I love bringing people on the podcast too. Like people like back at home. First of all, thank you for watching. They get to see you and they're like,
They get to see
oh,
you in a
shit,
different
I
light.
didn't know Mikey was like this.
Yeah,
Yes.
for
Or
sure.
like,
Yes.
oh, I knew he was like this. You know, it's
Yeah.
a really a good breath of fresh air.
For sure.
Yeah, but
sure.
yeah, even like it makes me happy that he says that. You know that like people
Yeah.
now they're like, oh, he's not just chest, nipples, and abs.
No,
Which I
sure.
am.
Yeah.
But
there's
to
more.
it. There's more to it.
Yeah. I like that, dude. How did this whole Abercrombie and Fitch thing happen?
Oh, that's
no,
crazy.
that's huge.
So
Yeah.
is it Abercrombie or Abercrombie?
Aber.
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 I don't know.
Aber, right?
Aber.
Yeah.
Am-
Okay, cool.
Abercrombie.
I got it right. Yeah.
Abercrombie.
I used to work at Hollister, by the way.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little they're like siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was cool.
I never thought I would be a model. There's no way I would have thought because I'm only 5'10". So
Yeah.
it's like I
Which is
always
still pretty tall. Like, you're not like short. You're
yeah, I'm not
king,
sure. Yeah, but
I
like
truly,
Sebas.
I truly believe that like those like obviously like the majority of people I think are taller, but I think that's starting to be a thing of the past.
I that's what
Because
that's what
it
I'm-
becomes
yeah.
relatable now,
Yeah.
and big companies understand that. Honestly, it looks bad if you only have tall people.
Diversify.
Like Victoria's Secret isn't Victoria's Secret like it used to be in the 90s or 2000s.
Yeah.
Like,
Skinny
you know what I
white
mean?
girls.
It's more like, you
Yeah.
know, it's the more of the average girl now. Obviously, they still have their like, you know, supermodels and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But yeah, I think that's a thing of the past. Just
100%.
kind of like how tattoos now are more acceptable.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? But yeah, continue.
So yeah, it was that. Like I was glad, I was happy to see that they were including something different.
Yeah.
Their rebrand is so
Bro,
good.
their rebranding is
We were just
brilliant.
talking about
Yeah.
that.
Bro, it is so sick.
Yeah, really, like
They changed it completely.
completely.
Abercrombie era para los güeros.
Yeah,
For like,
it was.
It was.
But like,
Damn. Okay, Jess. Relax, Jess.
yes, that trip was so crazy.
This
Like,
is
I-
New
That
York, bro?
that fit you would
Fire.
if you show me that video 20 years ago, I would say that's not Abercrombie
Yeah,
and
no,
Fitch.
yeah, no,
I would have said
100%.
that's like Gap or something.
yeah, exactly.
So whoever running Abercrombie and Fitch, great job.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
really are.
And for
100%.
picking you.
No,
Yeah,
they figured it out.
I
They figured it out.
appreciate it.
So where
Yeah.
was that at? New York, it looks
That
like?
was London.
Oh,
So
shit,
yeah,
bro.
so they not DM'd me. They messaged my manager, and I didn't have my passport. I didn't have anything. I was full time working still.
Oh, you didn't have like you don't have a passport.
I didn't have a passport
At the
Yeah.
time.
Wow.
Yeah, so they say that. I tell my manager, I don't have my passport. I can't.
And it ain't easy to get a passport overnight.
No, not overnight.
Yeah.
And they were trying to fly me in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
So they didn't get they gave me a plane ticket already. They bought it.
Wow.
And then I took it to
Yeah.
wherever the passport.
You
and
need
they
to have
expedited it.
you
Yeah.
need to have your ticket
Yeah.
first, and they'll
Yeah,
they'll
expedite
express
it.
expedite it.
So they did that. I just worked like a 60-hour week. Got off early. Remember my sergeant? I was a cop. My sergeant.
I
you're
told
right.
you.
Yeah, he said he was
Yeah.
like, I think he was a cop. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
My sergeant let me off early that day. Drove from Victorville all the way to LAX. It was like a 3-hour drive.
Damn.
Almost missed my flight. Went there.
What?
Had a blast. I wasn't able to really explore because I was just
Yeah.
doing that. Flew back and went straight into a shift. So it was like
Wow.
it's such a culture shock going from like that
Yeah.
and then modeling. I'm like, oh my
Bro,
god,
that is the biggest culture shock, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're a full-on cop patrolling, right? I'm assuming
Yeah,
like on the
I was
streets
a
and shit, arresting people, pulling out your gun and stuff,
Yeah.
to pulling out your guns and
Yeah,
stuff.
man, I like that.
Pulling out your guns and stuff.
That's why you're good at your
Yeah, that
job.
was
dude.
good.
You're good at your
That
job.
was good.
So what are the difference between girls from California and girls from London?
Oh,
Like I know you talked to
London,
some.
you chop it up a little bit.
I did chop it up a little bit over there.
Yeah.
I don't really drink, so I didn't go out and drink.
You can go to a pubs.
I didn't go to a pub, no.
Damn.
But they were like booming. But I
pubs
didn't.
were?
Yeah, they were really nice.
You like London girls' accents?
I love their
Bro,
accent.
an accent in
Sexy.
general is
Yeah,
Well, you have an accent to them.
Yeah. So-
American boy.
yeah. I was like, can I get a matcha? And they'd
No
all turn around.
way.
You're from America? I
Damn.
was like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Howdy down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm from Texas.
And I'm a cop too.
Yeah, what's up?
You want a ticket?
Yeah, a great experience though. It was that was eye opening.
Bro, so first time you leave the country, you booked a modeling gig for
Yeah.
Abercrombie and Fitch in London.
Yeah,
Bro, that is
Crazy.
what is your life? Like you have to have those moments where you're like, damn, just
I did.
overwhelmed and just full of gratitude.
Dude, first time, like, just got his passport.
That's insane.
Yeah, because they had hit me up there saying like, "Hey, this is gonna be a billboard," and I was like, "What?" And then I went to go see the billboard, and it was like one of those things. I'm like, maybe I should really try, like, and get instead of giving my heart into another job and this one,
All in, baby.
all in.
Yeah, all in.
So recently,
So you're not no longer a cop?
no, I quit in February.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been hard, right?
It was one of the hardest things. Yeah.
Especially because, like, I'm assuming, like, in your type of job, it's like a community. Your boys, your friends, the girls. You know, it's like, why are you leaving?
Brotherhood.
Type of thing.
Like
It's like brotherhood.
Yeah.
Hold on, we can get more into that. Let's go on a short little break.
Let's do
Let's
it,
go on a
baby.
commercial. Enjoy our commercial, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. La Plática with Mikey.
Come on, man. Sex icon. Sex goddess.
Sex goddess, and he's handing out tickets.
Wait, it's sex god, not sex goddess, right? Goddess.
Goddess is a chick, but you can say whatever you want, bro.
He all of the above.
Yeah.
Before we get back into this episode, guys, I have some exciting Taste Salud news for you. Taste Salud has officially launched into all of El Super grocery stores across Southern California, which is crazy to me. I literally grew up shopping at El Super, so to have this partnership with them means the world to me, and it's honestly thanks to you guys. So if you guys head over to El Super, you guys can now find Taste Salud, and you can even find horchata, which has gone completely viral on TikTok and has been sold out online every day almost. I have 2 more major Taste Salud announcements coming soon. What we're trying to do is make Taste Salud as convenient as we can for you. We want you to be able to walk in anywhere. Any step you take, any corner you turn, you're gonna be able to find Taste Salud. For now, walk into El Super, let them know the Josh Leva sent you. Don't forget the because they might not know who you're talking about. Get yourself some horchata and you'll be good to go, baby. Love y'all. Let's get back to this episode. We back. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
If Mikey wants us to
back
be
in
back.
business.
As you can see, Mikey's getting a little more comfortable now.
I
Mikey's
saw that.
settling
I
in.
came back and I-
Ladies, welcome back.
That's awesome. Once again, Mikey, honestly, thank you for being on the podcast. We really appreciate it. I feel like it's going to do really, really good.
Bro, I know. Yeah, I was hyped to like get you on when I DM'd you and stuff. I was like, I hope he lives in. First of all, I was like, I hope he lives in LA so it can work out and stuff. But I was glad you said yes, man.
Oh, that was the first time you ever DM'd Mikey?
Yeah. I
Bro,
think
by
I
the way,
followed
Josh
him.
was so excited to show me, like, oh, Mikey's coming. Geeking over
Bro,
you, bro.
I love.
Made me jealous.
Who is
He
this
doesn't
guy?
dress that good, bro.
This
whatever.
Whatever, bro. And then I got in the car. I'm like, fuck, he's so good.
I pride myself in like just like kind of keeping up with like the people that are like coming up and just kind of watching the culture and people doing their thing. And I just see you do your thing, bro. And I was just excited to talk to you and talk about like your growth and everything that you've had happen to you. I think it's cool.
I appreciate it. I'm very happy to be here. So
You
thank
have a very exotic look. Are you Latino? What are you?
my
Because
mom.
your last name is Narine.
Yeah.
What are you?
So my mom is from Jalisco.
Okay.
And my dad is from Guyana, which is like Indian.
No way.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I knew there was
Yeah.
something.
So you're like ethnically ambiguous
yeah,
looking. That's
so-
good. That's gonna help. With,
I
like,
feel like I look like just Hispanic though.
you look Latino, bro. Yeah.
Well, you look Latino, but
But still, like,
still, I don't know. I just felt like there was something else.
do you
Yeah.
speak
There was?
Spanish?
Appreciate it.
No, it's okay.
But you
Nah,
understand it.
I understand. I don't want to say quite a lot, but I like when you guys talk, I could hear it.
You can pick it
Yeah.
up. You can understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You guys,
Yeah, he understands, like, baja las manos. Or sube las manos.
are you guys both fluent in Spanish?
Yeah.
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 Blessed.
Yeah. But there's
Yeah.
like levels to like being fluent, right?
Yeah.
Like I can understand it perfectly. I can hold a conversation and stuff. But like Sebas can go, like he can go in the cut and speak
Oh,
the
yeah.
lingo and speak the slang and stuff like that. That's the part that I lack, I guess. And then even he would say, like, well, yeah, I can't have a conversation with somebody who went to like a Cambridge of like Mexico, like maybe, right? Or maybe you can, but maybe like your vocabulary isn't as like extensive as somebody like that.
Yeah, I guess it just depends where you're at in Mexico, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, my mom, like, her native language is Spanish.
Right.
And that's all she talked to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously just like being in Mexico for months and months every year.
Yeah.
Because like my mom had like, a bunch of kids, so summer break she would just send us to I'm also
Mexico.
from Jalisco.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so she would just send us to Guadalajara like all the time, and I'd just be with my cousins.
Oh, that's
So
sick.
that's how I would learn, you know?
Yeah.
And then every job, I never went to school. Like after high school, I never went to like college or anything. And like during high school, I always had like just like blue collar labor jobs.
Yeah,
So what's in that?
yeah.
You know
all
what I mean?
Latinos.
Yeah, my dad's in construction.
Raza.
So like
Yeah.
all Latinos, and
Yeah.
they obviously taught me the slang. So
It's-
they made me who I am today.
No, yeah, thank
and
God.
it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out great.
Yeah.
Imagine if I went to college.
No, I wouldn't like educated Sebas.
Okay,
Whack.
if I was educated, what college do you think that I would land, or where do you think I belong in a university?
UCLA.
Yeah.
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 What
I put you at
about
UCLA.
Mikey?
Me.
Ooh,
UCLA too?
I put
Is he a
Mikey
Trojan?
I put him in Texas.
Oh,
yeah,
I would go Texas.
yeah, Texas. I can see it.
Texas what?
Just Texas
It's
University.
just Texas University.
Yeah,
What's Texas A&M?
Texas A&M?
A&M.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's just another Texas school. It's like UCLA and USC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like a liquor store.
Yeah, it could be.
It
Probably
sounds
is.
like it.
What about you?
USC.
Probably SC. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Probably SC.
The
yeah.
Cali bad boy, huh?
It's funny, bro, because you were talking about how like your family came from Mexico, obviously, right? And then your mom would send you to Mexico for like summer trips and stuff like that. We've kind of talked about this, but for myself, it was like kind of the opposite. Like my mom was one of 9, well, technically one of 11, but 2 of them passed away. And when she like immigrated here, it was so important for her. Like she really wanted to like, she wanted us to be like here. Like she
Yeah.
didn't want us to like look back essentially.
yeah.
So it was like important for her to, obviously I spoke Spanish. That was my first language because that's all she knew. But she was always trying to talk to me in English because she wanted to like really,
Yeah.
you know,
Because your mom's native language is Spanish.
It's
'Cause Your
Spanish.
mom speaks great Spanish.
of course.
Like my mom.
Yeah. But it was important for her to like to drive home that like we're here in America. This is where the life that we're gonna make for ourselves. And to the point that like even growing up, we would go to Mexico, but like, I never went to Sinaloa where like her family's from
Yeah.
and stuff. 1, she was scared, and then 2, she was like, I don't want to look back, you know, because of like everything that they had gone through. It's
Yeah.
just really interesting, like different like
Yeah, 100%. I heard
the immigration
I've heard
story.
both too.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
So Mikey, what's like your day to day right now? Like, do you go to school? Do you just model
After you
full
finish
time?
making out with yourself, what's next?
Okay. I'm trying to figure out my rhythm right now because I just quit my job. And
This was in February.
Yeah,
Bro, that
so-
was last month?
yeah. So like last month I quit.
Holy shit.
So it's weird going from that to waking up and
Like
do
what
it,
now?
yeah, but I like I said, the main goal was always acting. So I'm going to class now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's trying to keep me busy.
How was that?
Today's my first day.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
After this?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I
shit.
4.
Oh, okay.
So
I was telling Jessica yesterday. I said he looks like I could have sworn that you look just like that one actor that's also very a sex god.
Oh,
Sex
the guy from 365?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get that a lot, huh?
and him and Joey from Friends. Those are the main. Those are the
I
main,
can see Joey too,
those are the
bro.
main 2.
Yeah, but the guy from that 365, the one
Yeah.
that he was in the Megan
his
Fox
name?
movie.
Mariano, is it?
It's something I said it.
Kelly or
Yeah, something.
Mi- oh,
no,
Michael.
Michelle. Michelle
Michelle,
something.
yeah.
yeah.
He was in the movie with Megan Fox recently.
Yeah.
Bro.
Have you seen the movie?
This guy right here is
I haven't
also-
seen it.
You ever
but
seen it?
I,
Bro, have
It's
you seen
good.
that
It's
movie?
good. It's good. He's shredded in that movie.
Wow.
See, that's like
You kind of look like that
the
guy.
goal is to be shredded now. Not shredded. Like I just want to like
Lean.
I just want to be lean. I want to be healthy, move around.
You want to get down to like 180?
Yeah,
you wanna
180.
see that? Damn, bro.
180, maybe 175.
Dang.
From 210, dude. That's
Yeah.
But that's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been taking it slow too.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
not. I still want to be like
Diesel.
I lift. Yeah, I still
yeah.
want to be like. But I've never been that lean, so I want to see how it's.
Damn, I don't think I've ever been that lean either. Right now, I'm probably like 225. I've gone down
You're
to like
225.
Yeah, bro.
Damn,
But
bro.
I'm 6'2", so like the
Okay.
height distribution.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've gone down to like 205, and that's pretty.
Yeah.
I've been pretty lean there.
Dude, Josh
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah, you're
Pause.
huge. 205 lean.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. But it's hard, bro. It's staying that lean too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
because
bet
like
it
you
is.
gotta, you know how it goes. Like just the eating and everything.
And the older you get, the harder it gets too.
bro,
Pause again.
bro. Yeah, it gets way hard.
Yeah, get you-
Yeah, does anybody want to talk about my way, or is it just
no, no. I was gonna-
I know your way. I know,
I was
dude.
gonna-
This man.
You guys just want to like want me to go?
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna
Yeah.
say
I can
like,
guess your weight.
What? If you do, that'll be kind of crazy because you
Yeah?
guess.
I'm
his
a
weight.
guess too.
Yeah. Let our guess.
Okay,
guess
go ahead.
first.
Me first.
Yeah.
Can you stand up for us?
I'm
give us a
gonna
little
say.
twirl?
I think you're 183.
Oh my God, he guessed it right.
I
You're lying.
swear on my.
You were not gonna say. You were.
I wish I would have wrote it down, bro. I wish I would have wrote it down. I was gonna say 183. I swear
Really?
to God.
Yeah, I'm. That's my weight right now.
Yeah.
I might be something a little different now, but that's my weight.
I know your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a
He just
ticket.
ran a marathon, bro.
Oh, did you really?
26.2
couple
miles.
days ago. Yeah,
The LA
That's
marathon?
what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm like, bro. When you run that much, like
Yeah.
the other day I ran 20 miles, and I weighed 183 that morning. I weighed myself because I thought about. I was like, am I gonna lose weight today? You know,
Yeah.
because all the sweat. 178 when I got back home.
Whoa.
way.
That much,
Bro,
pounds?
5
But
pounds.
it's all water weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I probably did the same thing the other day. But yeah, I just ran a marathon. It
What
was,
did,
it
what
was,
did your
it was really
what did
cool.
your Strava say about how many calories you burned?
4,000.
4,000? Oh, did you post that you were eating pizza?
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been eating like whatever I want the past
Bro,
couple 2 days.
absolutely. This is the time. And
Yeah,
you can,
it was,
it's like guilt free. Like you can literally eat whatever you want and
Yeah.
not feel bad about it.
And nobody can tell me shit because I just ran fucking 26.2 miles.
That's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But yeah, coming back. Yeah, it was amazing, bro. It was a great experience. I don't want to talk too much about the marathon. I think on the next episode we can. I just want it all to be about you.
I feel it.
But it was a great experience. I think anybody who's interested in doing it, I think anybody can do a marathon.
Yeah.
If you've ever attended a marathon, I'd highly suggest going to one first. It's very, very inspiring.
Mikey, can you ask me if I have interest in running a marathon?
Hey, brother, have you ever ran a marathon or ever think about running a marathon?
Negative.
No.
And I never will. Bro, I could no.
We
no,
did
no.
a half marathon
We did a
together.
half marathon. I'm just not a runner, bro. Like that's just not,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
So-
I enjoy getting a pump. I enjoy like bodybuilding. I love that. Like that excites me more than running a marathon.
Nothing is better than getting a pump.
That's what
huh?
I'm saying, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard running
you
too
feel
when you're
so alpha.
6'2",
Yeah.
250 lean.
That's a lot, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shredded, 4% body fat, 250.
It's kind of hard to
Yeah,
run.
you guys should kiss.
We will after the
we
episode.
will,
During the next
yeah.
break. During the next break.
No, but I'm 183 right now. The leanest I've ever got was 168.
How'd you feel right there?
Bro, he was shredded.
I felt like it wasn't maintainable for my body. I
Nah.
felt like I really pushed the limit on that.
Yeah.
but he had abs.
Yeah.
He had the vascularity.
But I would like to be a little bit more like,
fuller.
Fuller.
yeah, because then my face gets all like,
sucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then like, I'm not saying I'm old, but like I feel like at my age and I get sucked in like that.
How old are you?
Pause. 35. I'm about to be 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In May I'll be 35. May 29th. If you want to give me a birthday.
I'll
present.
give you a birthday gift. I got you.
And then,
Gift card to Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be good. I feel like when you start getting in your 30s and stuff, and you do get sucked in like that, like
You look-
start
you
to
age.
you
You
start
look
to
aged.
look not age, but yeah,
You look
kinda.
aged. You
Yeah,
look- yeah.
like you need to get like little Botox here and there, you know, just kind of keep you, you know what I mean, not so droopy.
You gotta get the toxin,
But
baby.
yeah, man, it's hard to cut, man. People don't understand that it's all about what you eat too.
Yeah.
I mean, the
100%.
diet is everything, right? Like, do you do cardio? Like, are you a
Now, like I really upped it because when I went to 210 to 195, I stayed there and just try to like feed myself a lot. Stayed there for like 2 months, 3 months. Now I'm doing like a lot.
bro? Being,
Just do Stairmaster.
being somebody who's like been like in the over 200s, I know there's something special about like going the opposite way and crossing the 190s.
Yeah.
Was that trippy for you to like?
It was weird because I've been 200 for the past 10 years.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
Like me
yeah,
too. Like
yeah.
basically, bro, I graduated high school at 18 at 200 pounds.
Yeah?
So since then, I've been 200 pounds.
Yeah, so it's weird not seeing a 2.
Yeah.
So obviously my first 200 pounds I was fat. So
Yeah.
So I made the 200 pounds into looking semi good, and then it's weird. Just I've
Seeing
been on
190, you're like-
190.
you're like, what the?
Yeah, waking up and I'm looking in the mirror like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold up.
That's badass, though, bro. Congratulations.
Thank
Like,
you.
that's,
Yeah,
that's
it's
huge.
not-
That's,
it's
it's
not
not
easy.
easy. It's not easy.
Appreciate it.
Especially
Yeah.
doing it natural.
Yeah. Well, I can juicing up.
I'm not just
I'm just kidding.
to
No,
other
no,
people.
no. No, I'm
a
joking,
ma-
bro. I'm
man.
joking.
Mikey, we have
He's 24, bro. You don't need to do all
You're
that.
24?
Yeah.
Wow.
He just happens to look like a man.
I know.
Wow. So when were you were CHP?
I was sheriff's.
Wow.
I joined the academy when I was 20.
That's what I'm saying. So like right after high school, but technically, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Wow. So you were, wow. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really cool to be like a cop, like at that age.
Yeah, like obviously this is what I want to do. But I do not regret that because it has taught me so many lessons that I would have never learned. And it has taught me to take the risk and that I can achieve everything and anything that I put my mind to. So if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be doing social media.
It kind of makes sense why you're so mature, bro, just based on the career that you were in.
Yeah.
Well, because he's around fucking other men that are older than
yeah,
him and
yeah.
who are, I would say, somewhat mentors, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I want to touch real quick my one of my like big bros, my partner, he
saw
just passed
that.
away. He was a great
Sorry
guy,
about that,
great man. It just sucks. It just sucks.
I'm sorry
So
about that. Bro.
yeah, I appreciate it. Just want to Hector Cuevas, rest in peace.
Yeah, sorry.
Rest in peace, man. For real.
Absolutely.
I saw that on your
Crazy.
stories.
Yeah.
Have you
Horrible.
been through something like that's kind of like the risk that you like take being in like a career like that, right? Like that must have been like super hard, bro. Like kind of
Yeah, that was my first time like losing a partner.
Damn.
Like yeah, because like when I went to patrol, I was a little kid. I was 21 years old and I didn't know anything. I was doing TikTok, so you already know how they feel about that.
Yeah. Especially in that kind of career, like the way they.
Yeah.
The
That's why it
judgment-
makes sense what he was saying, that judgment or like them
Yeah.
making fun of him.
Yeah,
I
of
get
course.
it.
Yeah.
So he was one of the guys who didn't care. He was like, "Hey, bro, whatever you need, call me." He would call me all the time, and it just sucks. It just sucks because like he was the type of cop who we would be 16 hours writing search warrants, trying to be great cops, and I would be dressed out leaving, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, go home." He's like, "Nah, I got work to do," and he'd be the first one to come back the next day at 5 a.m. And it just breaks my heart. Like
Dedicated.
yeah, he was a great father. He was a great husband. Just
That's sad, man.
I wept so
Man,
much. It's
Sorry
like,
about that,
yeah,
man. That's so fucking unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's devastating.
Yeah, I saw that. I looked. I was like,
Yeah, he had
Fuck,
brought it up.
man.
Yeah. Damn, man.
damn.
Yeah.
But rest in peace, man. And like I said, at least he can leave you something that he showed you as well.
Yeah,
You know.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
But damn, being a sheriff at
That
that
young of an
age, did you have some experiences that you're like, oh shit, I'm really in this shit?
Yeah. Like I've seen, I don't want to say everything, but I've seen a lot.
Seen a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Especially
Experienced a
what
lot.
county were you in?
I was in San Bernardino County. So yeah, I worked patrol in Victorville. So it's not a good spot.
No, I was gonna say that's like a rougher area.
Yeah. And I mean, I experienced it, so I'm glad I did experience it, but there was a lot of like times where I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, what is this? Like, where I'm just like, is this worth
Risking your life.
Yeah, where I can't even buy a house. You know?
Damn.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to. You know, like I can't even buy a house, and I'm over here. People want to kill me, so it's like I don't know. I just
You always have to look over your shoulder,
Yeah.
huh?
yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, bro, is this something that you would revert back to ever? Like, if let's just say, like, do you still have a passion for it? If like all else failed, like, would you go back into that? Or is that something you're like, I did it, I'm done, I'll find something different in my life if this doesn't work out for whatever reason?
Sometimes I think like that, but I don't want because I feel like if I think like I could go back to it,
No, I know.
wouldn't try
Yes,
in this.
it's a cop out.
But I know I was a good cop, and I know I did good work, so I know I can do it.
Yeah.
So if all needs to be like I was a good cop,
Yeah.
So if I had to, maybe.
Okay.
But like I like creating and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like I love the arts and stuff. I love theater.
Yeah.
It's just there's not really room for that over there.
Bro, you were built for this. I
Yeah.
feel like this direction that you're headed into in your life now, I think this makes sense for you. And I think
Yeah.
it's pretty evident. Like the men lie, women lie, numbers don't, you know, and the numbers don't lie. So it's cool to see, man.
Yeah.
Should we segue into our perspective of a man, why we brought Mikey on, or did you have something to say?
No, it's cool. I was actually gonna tell him it doesn't matter, but I've always told Josh that one of my dream jobs was to be
Oh, yeah.
Oh really?
like a sheriff or
Yeah, yeah.
CHP or anything like that.
Manos para arriba.
What kind of do you, just man to man? What's your favorite gun? Do you have a gun at your house?
Man, to man. Kind of Glock you got, boy.
Like handgun or
Yeah, handgun, shotgun. Do you carry?
I carried until like I quit. They took my
Conceal and carry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I carried a
He
Glock
just pulls it
43.
out. He's like, this Glock right
Yeah,
here.
I carried. No, I had a Glock 43X,
Got
and
it.
it's very like compact. I like
Yeah.
Glocks.
Yeah.
So
Do you have one at your house now? Like you like have a gun?
yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
cool. Is that the 43?
Yeah. That's the 43X. Yeah.
Do you get to keep the 43?
That was my off duty. So my
Oh, got it.
I carried a Glock 21, but they're huge.
Yeah,
and they
the-
shoot 45 caliber, so the bullets are huge.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I have a Glock 19.
you have a Glock 19.
Yeah.
Glock 19s are really nice too.
Yeah, they're just regular, like the traditional
Yeah.
Glock 19.
Nice. It's like a smaller handle, right, with the bigger.
Yeah, It's a Gen 3 though. Like regular civilians like myself, we can only buy Gen 3 here in California. Yeah. Kind of crazy to talk about this. I never talk about having a gun on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't have a gun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a
Yeah.
little like
You got 2.
I got 2 guns right here, baby. That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
But mine's all souped up Call of Duty style.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
I
got
gotta
red
show
dot?
it to you. Huh?
You got a red dot and all that?
Yeah, everything.
Nice.
It's like
Everything.
to the max, like overkill. Like
Yeah?
I got it all, bro.
You got a big drum on it too? I'm just kidding.
Extendos and everything.
Extendos
Yeah.
and switch.
Real quick, just like man to man again, if I get caught, like, and you got an extended clip, do you get big trouble for that? Like, if I don't use an extended clip, but if I have one, do I get in trouble for that?
Like, let's say if you
Like, if something happened at my house,
And
and
use
then
it.
like the cops found out that I kind of used it, but I didn't like kill nobody or nothing. But like, damn, bro, like you can't have that on your gun.
what
Can
probably
they-
happen is it probably be on the report. Whatever, like if you had it, it's probably you have to pull a report no
Because
matter
they
what.
are illegal.
Yeah,
You
they're
can't-
and they will go to the DA. LA's different than San Bernardino. San Bernardino would drop it. And
Really?
Yeah, because like, I don't know, but it's like, let's just say what happened. Someone came in, tried to kill you guys, and you shot. That's burglary or
Yeah.
home evasion,
Yeah.
and then self defense. But you still got to pull it. Like there was shooting involved, and then it gets sent to the DAs, and you're a victim at that point. They're probably not gonna
Oh,
hard bomb
got
you
it.
having an extendo. You know?
Got it.
Yeah.
When you're a sheriff, and you're working, when you're out in a civilian, you can carry as a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It has to be concealed though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
California.
But you can carry as a
Yeah.
police officer.
Yeah, it's just on our ID, it just shows on the back saying this person is permitted to carry.
Bro,
his,
we have a cop that works out at the gym that I go to, and he's always has his gun on him.
Yeah.
He'll like show us because I'll ask him. I'm like,
Hey, let me see your
bro.
gun.
Let me see the gun, bro. It's sick. And
Let me see your pistola.
Yeah, let me see your pistola.
Let me
fool.
see.
Shoot
Yeah.
me, fool.
Yeah.
Shoot one for me.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. That's cool. But yeah, so now we have a segment here on La Plática. We're pretty known for it. It's called Perspective of a Man. Especially works out today because we have you.
And you are
and you are
man.
Man.
one of the manliest mans we've had on the potty water.
He might be the most manliest man we've had. on
What?
the
There's
podcast.
absolutely no way.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
for sure.
Yeah.
Who I mean,
Mark Cuban.
Mark
come on.
Cuban's
Mark
a
Cuban's pretty
man.
manly.
Yeah,
Mark-
I actually seen that. That's insane how you
Bro,
guys
how
I
think
know.
you hear
I
was
still don't
wild.
believe
Yeah.
it. I still don't believe it. He's so fucking cool.
Is it?
Yeah, super cool.
Bro, every time somebody
Well, we
asks
have Pepe Aguilar. That was a fucking
oh my
man.
God, bro. Yes, yes.
He's like
yes.
the man, you know?
He is the man.
Yeah, but you're like
Different kind of man.
biker. I'm like, I have that like
Sheriff.
I have that like that musky smell, but women's just they're just I don't even want to say
What's
it.
your go-to cologne?
I got 3. So Abercrombie.
Yeah.
Fierce.
Shout
is
out.
So nice.
Fierce is fresh.
It's
I actually
it's,
haven't smelled that.
Yeah,
It's good.
Isn't
yeah,
it
I
their
have it on.
isn't it their like
Trademark-
their
yeah, yeah.
trademark cologne? Fierce,
Fierce?
bro.
Yeah,
it's like what the
Fierce.
store smells like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Fierce. I use that like more like as a daily.
I
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
I like that. Going to the gym or something.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got to
quick.
get Fierce,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You fuck with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the gym.
Yeah, you look like you did like
Fierce
it.
guy.
YSL myself.
Oh,
I
that
use
one's good. That's one of my favorites, bro.
Yeah, that's what
one
I'm
of my
wearing right
favorites.
now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I knew
They
I smelled
changed it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's like the glass bottle one, then there's like a
Like a matte
one.
black.
Yeah.
Yes.
The glass one was kind of hitting me more. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I said the same thing because the matte one looks nicer, and I'm like, ooh, I was so excited, and I was like, it's cool, but the glass one I
Yeah.
preferred way more.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because
And-
YSL sends me PR.
yeah.
And they
Bro,
always
it's funny
give
they say that.
exactly.
and they
Yeah,
gave
yeah.
me matte. They gave me the matte, but I was like, "Oh, this one's different."
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
is it just new?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's a different scent.
Is
It's
it?
in the same line, but it's a different scent, bro. The
Oh.
glass one is way better.
Yeah. That,
Guys,
that
I
one
just
there.
had an idea.
Huh.
If you're down,
Cologne.
you know how like everybody like Peso Pluma just did one. A lot of celebrities have done it where they do myself commercials.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Myself
it?
commercials?
Yeah. Can you pull up the Peso
Oh,
Pluma
They're like
myself?
they're like
Yeah.
badass.
Why don't we do
Recreate
like
one?
like I'll hire the
yeah.
videographer,
That'd be
the
dope, bro.
wallpaper. It'll be in black and white.
Yeah.
Like YSL obviously not gonna pay us or make us do it, but like we'll tag them and then,
And then they'll
they'll
hit
be
us
like,
up.
damn,
We need these guys.
Yeah.
these fucking fools from Mexico, like these Mexican ass fools just did a sick ass one.
Yeah.
Like it's so
Yes,
good.
bro. We're
Yeah,
doing
they
this.
need more
We're doing
Hispanic
this.
people
Look,
on there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hold on, watch.
Bro, we should not a parody to this. Like we should
Like a
recreate
dead-ass
this.
No,
one,
this
right?
is
Yeah.
Austin Butler, but the Peso Pluma one.
But these are all sick.
Matt, put this video on, but like just obviously don't put the sound, por favor. It's not there? It's on his Instagram. But yeah, we should do it, bro.
Bro, I'm
That'd be
down.
sick.
And then like
sick,
we
I'm
all
down.
kind of have like little lines, like the
Yeah.
3 sentences, like I don't know, just kind of like what Peso Pluma said.
What does he say?
He basically says like, "A mí me gusta ser yo, blah blah blah. Yo soy myself," something like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's really cool. But like, it's like shot all sick,
Dude,
though.
it's a cinema. It's
and then we
cinematic,
all
yeah.
collaborate.
That'd be
Damn,
sick.
bro.
And then I'll feed all, and like I'll get more followers because I do it with you guys.
You gotta be shirtless though.
Yeah, shirtless and everything. So we'll give ourselves 3 months.
Oh,
bro.
this is it right here. Yeah, we need 3 months. Yeah, this is dope, bro. Let's do it.
And then it'll be like all three
Bro,
of
this
us.
is easy. This is just like a studio and good lighting. That's all.
Yeah,
it is.
but like he's doing voiceover in the back
Oh,
and
got it.
everything. Yeah, it's sick, bro. We should do that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
why
with
not?
with these microphones too, the voice sounds really
It sounds
like
good.
sexy.
Yeah, it sounds good.
But they're very
bro.
expensive.
very
Oh,
expensive.
That's probably.
These are the top of the line mics.
And you get
I bet they
appreciated
are.
because of the headphones.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Which a
yeah.
lot of people like, they don't want to wear the headphones, but I'm like, bro, trust me, wear the
Yeah.
headphones.
Yeah.
Worth
It
it
makes a
for sure.
difference.
I'm such a geek when it comes to technology. Like I'm so nerdy on like software and stuff like that. Like I learned how to do this all by myself.
Oh really?
But one thing that I needed is like, and I told Josh, because even when Josh came on the podcast, we had different mics, huh?
Yeah.
And I said, fuck no, like I'm gonna invest in like the best of the best. Like,
How much? How much?
yeah, these are like
$750.
$600.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna say, "Geez, I was about."
No, no, no.
Nah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nah, fuck no. I'll buy myself a little 9800 Civic.
Yeah, but nowadays, bro,
Yeah,
nowadays you can get good mics for like pretty like inexpensive, bro. Like
Yeah, and it
they
still
do
sounds
full on
good.
like podcast setup mics.
Yeah.
Not like, obviously there's levels to it, but for people who want to start a podcast, like you don't have to spend $700 on a mic.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's crazy because like you'll get the mics, right? And then we moved into the studio like over a year ago, and they didn't sound like the way they do now until we soundproofed the whole
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
So that's
room.
big. That's major.
That
Yeah,
that
bro.
plays a big role as well.
All of it kind of plays a part. That's a good point.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because you can have a good mic, but if you have an echo ass room, like it's not gonna work.
yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I want to get into this next segment.
okay.
You
I'm
ready,
ready-
bro?
I'm ready
Hey,
to
we
go.
need you to be. We need you to give it all right here, bro. Vulnerable, be honest, be cruel, be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me your heart, bro. Give me your heart.
After the break. We'll be right back.
Perfect. That was a great segue. But don't ever interrupt me like that again.
I'm sorry.
Especially in front of our guests. Okay.
Sauvage.
I feel like that's such a people will give you shit for saying Sauvage,
Yeah,
right? But
it
it's like,
smells
bro, it
good.
smells so
Yeah,
good.
every time you wear it, you get
Yeah.
compliments. There's a
And
reason.
I will say this: I do believe in like certain colognes. They come across differently depending on your own like whatever. Like
Yeah.
your own smell has the combination
Yeah.
of it hits
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I will, for the guys watching or even the girls watching right now, put your man on this, even for yourself as well. Le Labo. I wear the matcha,
Not just good.
and there's one called Bergamot, Bergamot. But I like to say Bergamonte.
We know.
Yeah. I go to Le Labo. They're
Yeah?
fantastic. Yeah. And
haven't tried
they
them.
last forever and just like, they're very potent. Like,
That's all you need.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to hit them.
Sauvage. You know what Sauvage means?
Savage.
I think so.
Oh, you didn't even know. Yeah.
All right, ready?
Isn't it spelled exactly like savage?
No, there's a U in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I don't know how to spell it out.
Favorite movie growing up as a kid in the 90s? Go.
You go first.
Little Giants.
I didn't grow up in
What, in
90s.
2000?
2001. Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man 1 is crazy. Wow.
Yeah, and Hulk 2003.
With Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
When he goes into the ring and he fights. Wow. What a great answer. And you had it ready already.
Dude, I was thinking about this yesterday. Actually.
Really?
Yeah. Go.
Oh, I said Little Giants.
Little Giants.
You never
What
seen
is
Little
it?
Giants?
Little Giants.
Damn, I'm fucking getting old.
Bro, straight up. Titanic. I love Titanic. growing up.
Titanic's good though.
Titanic,
Rookie of the Year.
Great movie.
Angels in the Outfield.
Good movie.
You haven't seen any of these?
You haven't seen any of
Maybe
these?
I'm lacking. Maybe I didn't have a
But
chance.
these are very 90s, bro. These
Are
are like
they?
super 90s. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro, you gotta watch it, man.
Which
It'll
one- which
change
one
your
would you-
life.
Start
one?
with Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year. So there's this kid, right? Just kidding. I would actually tell you, but let's just get into the thing. Perspective of a man. So basically, there's a lot of people that go into these Google Docs and they ask like questions for us. So we give them our perspective. But instead of today, Josh and myself, we'll chime in. I think people like to say chime. They chime in.
Yeah.
So today you're gonna say what
Gotcha.
you think.
Okay.
Jess, our lovely producer, she's actually gonna tell you the question
Okay.
of the.
These were handpicked by Jess specifically for you, bro. So these are, let's see what
Yeah.
you got here.
yeah.
Okay.
So let's get it going. Spider-Man 1 is sick.
Everyone is sick.
All right, this first one is anonymous. The age range is 25 to 30. What is your opinion on asking your girlfriend to wear modest clothing to the gym? For example, my boyfriend does not want me to wear shirts that are short and don't cover my butt. I understand because the gym we go to is 90% male, and I do have a good figure that men is going to look at, but should I change my gym outfits because he said so?
Mikey?
Me, I don't go to the gym and look at women like that, but I know men do.
Right.
Men are weird. I could see both sides because like, are you self-conscious that guys are gonna look, or guys are gonna look and you don't want her to be perceived like that? And she's a word of opinion. I could see it being a conversation. I agree. I think it's a valid conversation to have.
Yeah.
Whether the output is something negative, it could go both ways. I think if your boyfriend is mature enough, and I think if you both are mature enough, you guys are in a relationship together. So I think maybe you guys could go in agreement. Like, why do you feel comfortable wearing these things? Does it make your workouts better? Then I think that's okay. And then if you feel confident enough and safe enough in a gym, I don't think you should have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's a great answer, bro. I feel like, first of all, nobody should be telling each other what to do.
Yeah,
right? That's
exactly,
already. But having that conversation, like if you're allowed to have your own feelings, obviously, and if he feels uncomfortable, I think he can express that to her, like saying like, hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable. Can we talk about this? Right? And then you guys can hopefully, if you, like you said, if you guys have a mature relationship, you guys can get to a middle ground where it can be resolved. Yeah. Because it's mainly, like you said, it's like we know, being a man, we know how men are. And we know when a girl is wearing something like that, it's gonna draw attention, and it could and it will draw the wrong attention. Sometimes. You know?
If that was your girl, if that was my girl, and she's dressing sexy to the gym,
bro, my girl does,
and she has I'm all about, and you can even ask my wife, put whatever the fuck you want on. I don't care.
I'm the same way. It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable.
It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable because I trust her. Obviously, that's number one, right? But sometimes there's some chicks I've seen at the gym where it's like, whoa.
But you can always tell their intention, bro.
But if that was your girl. But what about if that was your girl? Now would you say like, yo, like I get it, but like that's like you're asking for it. You know?
That's where I would say, that's where I'll have the conversation like, hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to tell you can't wear this, obviously, but I at least want to express to you how I feel.
But the whole, like, you could only wear shirts that go over your butt.
That's crazy.
That's too much. Like, bro, come on.
She's working on her body. She wants to show her body.
Right.
Like,
bro, that even goes for guys too. Like, bro, I feel so much better at the gym when I wear like a specific type of shirt or like it just, the pump just feels better and just makes my workout better. I'm sure it's the same way for girls when they wear specific outfits.
Exactly. 100%.
They
like
feel
when
better.
it's leg day for the girls, it's like
quads out.
Quads are out. They have that shirt that they go like this. You know, like that's the style. For us, when it's chest day, una camisa like nice and tight.
Top or,
You know what I mean? Or a tank top. When it's shoulders or something, cut off, loose. What about when it's leg day?
Short shorts,
shorts,
and a baggy shirt.
5 inch. I do like the baggy.
I do sometimes. I do,
but I'll do like a fitted, like a dry fit shirt too. That's dope.
Regular AirPods or AirPod Maxes?
I go Max, baby.
I got little baby AirPods. I just haven't invested in them.
Yeah, no, I like the AirPods too, but
I like the Maxes and just bumping. Boom.
Get you more. You get in the zone.
In the zone. Yeah, I think it's a conversation. You know, see, if it goes a little bit too much, I would have a conversation. Like, yo, like, you know. And but now the question is, should she respect that?
Should she?
Yeah, should she respect that you had that conversation with her?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I think so. Yeah,
absolutely,
that's part
bro.
of being in a relationship.
That's part of having a mature relationship, right? If she just kind of like brushing it to the side, that kind of says a lot about the relationship as well. But like you want somebody to listen and really care about, like we were talking about earlier, like listen intently. Like, okay, I want to understand, why do you feel like that? Maybe, and then you got to self-reflect. Like maybe I am doing a lot at the gym and I could work on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but like baggy t-shirts to go over your butt, that's like chill out, bro. Like, you know, like you want your girl to feel fucking sexy.
Yeah.
Like when I go out and Karen's like, is this too much? Nah.
Not enough.
Go crazy. Like you're with me. I'm flaunting you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Do a little twirl for her.
Yeah, if they looking at you, it's because you're sexy. I like that.
Yeah.
My girl's bad. You know what I mean? My wife.
Yeah.
I gotta get used to not saying girl. I
No,
always
but
say girl.
I kind of like it.
I like saying girl,
it, bro. I
It's my
like
girl.
it. It's a girl, bro.
It's my girl.
You're not wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't go home and go, "What's up, girl?"
Yeah.
I don't do that.
You don't?
No.
I cut them all. What's up, girl?
Yeah. No, but when it's your wife, it's like you get used to saying wife.
Yeah, no, I like that, bro. I like that.
Cool. Great question. Next question, por
was.
favor.
Thank you, Jess. That was a great question.
Yeah.
This next one's a little long, but bear with me. Another anonymous 30 to 35. If a man and a woman are in a serious relationship, where do you draw the line in terms of making friends or just having friends of the opposite sex? For example, should the guy be texting his female friends privately to ask how their day is going and so on? What about him hanging out with his friend that's a girl one-on-one without his girlfriend being there? If the girlfriend brings up concerns about this girl that's a friend of his, should the guy end that friendship? I'd love to hear your perspective.
I've obviously been single my whole life, but I have a friend that's a girl who is my friend.
Genuinely
And
your
she's
friend.
since like 8th grade.
Oh, wow.
And we go out, not even like that. Like we go out for coffee,
Yeah.
catch up. I'll call her, update her. She'll call me. We text quite frequently, and it is strictly friends.
Platonic.
So if I had a girlfriend come in and say that I can't be friends with her, I'm sorry. Like
That's a
she's-
red flag. That's a
yeah.
no-go.
But I get it. Like if you guys were in a relationship already, and then he
You like make a friend.
make a friend. That's a little to me. That's like
Because there's nothing wrong with making a
yeah.
friend,
There's,
right?
There's not.
But it just sucks because I feel like the majority of guys like that's something else now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more of a concern if like you guys are in a relationship, she don't really have guy friends, and all of a sudden she has a guy friend.
Yeah.
You're like, it's a little.
Yeah,
interesting.
because why do you need a guy friend when you have me, right? But then that kind of sounds bad too.
It does sound bad, but like I get like, well, it's like what do you guys didn't grow up together, you guys don't know each other,
Like, why do you need another guy in your life, type of thing?
yeah.
But where did he come from? Like, why now? Yeah.
Circumstantial.
Circumstantial.
I
I
think
agree.
circumstantial it's you have to look at everything.
Yeah.
But I think statistically, they always like if there was another guy, it's always the guy's best friend. I mean, the girl's best friend, like the
Right.
guy.
Yeah.
Like if they cheat or something like that.
Wait, say that again.
Like if your girl were to cheat, it would be with
One of
like,
her friends.
Yeah,
Oh,
with one of her
interesting.
friends.
Interesting. One of her guy friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of puts me in a pickle though, like because my friend has a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope
And you're cool with him?
I'm cool with him. Yeah,
Like, it's.
and I would hope he would feel comfortable with me hanging out with her.
Has he ever brought it up to her that you know of?
I don't think so. I don't think my friend would tell me that.
Yeah, I was about to ask you,
she
would
wouldn't
she
tell
tell you though?
Yeah, I don't know, but
But I mean, she still hangs out with you though.
Yeah,
So
so-
I'm assuming it's not.
yeah, I assume it's
And it's
good.
fair for the boyfriend to kind of ask questions
is.
too,
It's
bro,
100%
right? Like,
fair.
tell me about the relationship. Like,
Yeah.
how long you guys know each other? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever hook up? Like, all those questions are totally fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's all fair. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
those when you ask those questions, I don't think you should be upset.
Yeah. I personally don't have any girlfriends, so to say. Like, all my friends have girls. We talked about this on the other podcast. But I'm not like hanging out with a girl one-on-one, especially I'm in a relationship, and I'm not making new girlfriends and like hanging out with them. And I
Yeah.
can understand how that would be a concern for my
Yeah,
girlfriend. And even my friends that are girls that are through my guy friends, I'm not texting them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if anything, like if I had to like text Karen, either I'll have Mo do it, or I'll text you like within like our group. You know what I mean? Like if it's just like a group of us, like a group text.
Yeah, there's a code.
Yeah.
Which
Exactly.
it sounds bad too, because I think you should freely be
Bro,
able to text
no,
my
I don't
wife.
think that sounds bad. I think
And
that's respect. That's
yeah,
boundaries.
but it's a respect that a
Yeah.
man has with another man.
Of course.
But like, oh, Josh just like, for example, my wife just told me yesterday. I don't know if it was a text or a DM, but one of my friends texted my wife and said, "Hey, guess what? Like, I just signed up for a marathon because my wife's a big runner." And I didn't feel any type of way. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome."
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I texted him after and I said, "Stop texting my wife."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. And
But-
then I texted him too, like, yo, what the
You're-
fuck, bro?
Yeah, you're dead, dude.
Back
You're
up,
dead.
bro. You're dead to me.
but
You're
like,
dead to me.
it's not a big deal, especially when you
Yeah.
know each other.
Yeah.
You guys all love each other, you know. And to be honest, if anything happens where like weird shit starts to happen, it's gonna happen anyway.
That's a
Yeah,
good
it
point.
was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. So why are you gonna live your life on eggshells?
So not to stir the pot, bro, but like, so you have a girlfriend, right? Who's a friend, girl, comma friend. You said if you started dating somebody new and she was like, hey, I don't feel comfortable you being friends with this girl. I kind of need you guys to pull apart a little bit. You're like, no, that's not going to happen. Do you think that she would do the same for you?
I think she has. It's the thing, like, you have to be emotionally intelligent to know that relationships aren't like that. Like, we're like brother and sister, but we're not, you know? But I get that. But if you're going into a relationship where a guy feels threatened on a childhood friend, it's like, that's kind of a red flag,
That's
right?
a red flag within itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it. And it is a conversation to be brought up, but it's like, what is that telling about him? You know?
When I haven't done anything to make you feel uncomfortable, I've been open about our friendship. I'm open about every time we hang out. Like everything is on the table.
Yeah.
Why are you still feeling uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And I think it's also the guy's responsibility to go meet the boyfriend or something like that, make him feel comfortable.
It's a respecting, again, a code.
Yeah, be his friend. And if you guys all go out, talk to him.
Yes, of course.
You know, like,
of course.
So I think it's like you have a responsibility too.
Yeah, because like naturally, like you're a threat, bro, right? Like you're gonna be a threat. That's just how any guy would perceive another man who's friends with your girl.
Animal kingdom shit.
Exactly. So I think it is important to let your pride down, let your guard down, really show that, hey man, like this is my childhood friend. I respect you guys. I love what you guys have going on. Yeah. And I'm just a homie. Just a homie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But my girl ain't allowed to have no. Just kidding. No, bro. Cool. Thank you, Jess. Did we answer that? Did we crush that? I think we all killed that as a team, right?
I think we crushed it.
I think the first and second were
We're
crushing
good.
it.
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, we're good at chiming in.
I like
Do people say chime?
I think people I think Americans say chime.
You know what, bro? I
heard it
think
on the
if
streets.
they don't say it, they're gonna start saying it because of you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how you chime in on this one. We got Jocelyn, age range 22 to 25. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. I'm about 2 to 3 inches taller than him, #short king, and I'm noticing he's somewhat insecure about our height difference. I hardly wear heels, which I loved wearing, to avoid drawing attention to him being shorter. How can I help him get past that insecurity?
I don't think she can help. I think he has to figure it out.
Yeah, this is a personal dilemma.
he has to. They love each other, you know. I would hope so, and he needs to get over the fact that height means nothing. If a girl, if a girl was taller than me, wear your heels. 5 inches, 10 inches. Put the 10 inches heels on.
Goddamn.
And go ahead, because I'm good with my height.
Yeah.
But that's like the number one thing guys are insecure about is their height.
Yeah.
I think when you accept that you're done growing, you're not going to grow, you accept it, you don't care about height, and you don't care who's taller than you. So I think he needs to accept that he is shorter. If he's shorter, if he's not, he needs to accept that he's not going to grow taller. Does he love his woman? And if he does, let her put the heels on.
I will say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit. Being somebody who's 6'2", we're all relatively tall.
Yeah.
We don't really know what it's like to be a 5'8".
That's true.
Kind of guy.
Yeah.
Or 5'9", whatever it is.
How tall is this guy?
She doesn't say.
Yeah. You know, we don't know.
He's probably
bro,
6 foot.
that's a tough challenge as a man to like feel like shorter, especially like bro, 5'8". Like that's
people
tough.
actually go to the extreme and actually do that surgery where you actually
They exactly.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
it's just tough. It's self-reflection. I'm not saying this falls on the girl by any means, but I'm saying like there should be a little bit of grace.
Yeah, 100%
for the man, because like I get it, I understand. And it's something that hopefully they have a mature relationship where they can talk it through, and the woman can reassure him like, I don't give a fuck about your height.
Yeah.
I love you for who you are. And
Obviously,
a lot
they're
of men
together.
don't get that reassurance from their women, and I think
Yeah.
maybe that even taps into their insecurity even more. Bro.
Yeah. So I guess the answer can be like, I think it's necessary for the woman to really make him
Reassure.
feel comfortable and reassure him all the time.
Yeah.
Women only care about one thing. I mean, they care about a lot of things. It's your confidence.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, confidence.
Yeah, it's your
What are we talking
confidence.
here? Confidence.
Yeah,
baby.
no, honestly, it's how confident a man can be. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
When I go places to a restaurant and stuff, the dude is maybe not short, but shorter than the girl. But he's
Dude's
fucking,
rocking.
he's
Yes.
a pimp, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If I was like a short king, which I'm not,
They're not.
is
Right?
5'11" and a half a short king?
Nah,
Nah,
you're not
bro, you're not short at all.
You're not short, bro.
He used
Hey,
to call me short.
You're not short at all, bro.
I would have if I was a short king, I'd have a tall like chick. I would love that.
Yeah.
You know, because it honestly makes me feel powerful.
But like I was saying, it's easy for you to say being someone who's
Yeah.
5'11", bro.
So
You're not 5'8". You don't. Yes, I get you. In retrospect, I mean, like, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I think I would be, but you don't know.
I have a friend. He's 5'5".
I don't know.
He's
and-
5'5".
Yeah, and I asked him. He has no problem with women.
And I love that.
No problem. He works out. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He looks good, and he has no problem because
love
he
that.
doesn't care about. He's like, I'm short.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So I feel like since that, like exactly what confidence is.
Yeah, confidence is everything.
It's key.
Yeah.
And ideally, in a perfect world, like you should just be happy in who you are, right? And the things that work on the things that you can change and accept the things that you can't.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's just one of those, like, if you're 5'5", and that is what it is, you own it. You know,
Own it,
Yeah,
yeah.
but not every guy has that mindset.
I know,
And that's what it is.
which sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And clearly, this guy doesn't, because she's writing in about it. So she has felt it.
Yeah, she's felt.
She's
it.
felt the shakiness of it. Little guy.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to just understand that.
Come on.
He needs to understand that you guys are together. So that's
Yeah.
you already got the hard part done.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
also,
just be-
like, let him know. You know what I mean? Like, let him
yeah,
know.
sure. Let him know.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it when you're so short.
Give him a little noogie.
Yeah.
Come here, little guy.
Come here, little guy.
Why, yada.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding. Not really. Yeah. So confidence is key, man, and that's confidence with anything.
That's true
With-
confidence right there, when you can be short and your girl can give you a noogie and you find humor in it.
Yeah.
That's like, you
Yeah.
are comfortable in that pocket, bro.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm
Yeah.
down. If she did that to me, just don't do that in public.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
I agree with that too.
Imagine like you're just at Yard House.
That's insane.
Come here.
Everyone's looking.
Yeah. That's
And you're
that's
and you're
crazy.
already drinking a Michelob Ultra,
Yeah.
which I like.
In the kids' cup, just for whatever reason.
Cool. We got our next question.
Yeah. Another anonymous 25 to 30. Is it okay to ask for a sexual break and request to do other activities with someone you're dating? Yes, physical attraction is key and very much enjoyable, but I personally feel that no es necesario estar como conejos todo el tiempo. How, in other words, you don't have to be fucking like rabbits
Yeah.
all the time. How would y'all feel about being asked that?
So basically, she's saying, I don't want to have sex all the time. Let's do something else.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fucking
Oh.
like a rabbit the whole time.
I would say that's very valid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think everything's sex. Sex.
Yeah,
sex.
100%.
Especially if you're trying to build a relationship with someone, you got to go deeper than that.
Absolutely.
So I'm assuming that whoever
but
she's
they've
dating,
been hooking up. That's
I'm
been
ass-
part of the relationship.
I'm assuming whoever she's dating just wants to have sex.
Yeah.
Potentially.
So if that's the case, I get it. But now, because we like to play devil's advocate too, it makes things a lot like more interesting, and we can like go
Yeah.
on both topics. Imagine if a girl went up to you and said, "I don't really want to have too much sex anymore." To you, how does that make you feel?
Are we? Is this my? This is not my girlfriend though,
This is
right?
your
Nah.
girlfriend.
Oh, you
Yeah,
guys
this
are
is your
dating.
girlfriend.
Yeah, you guys are dating.
Yeah.
What about she tells you like, "I don't really want to have too much." Like, no.
Obviously, I'm gonna dig deeper, bro.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna just be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Like, I don't want to know, because that's a huge shift.
Yeah, that
and it's a
is.
very important part of the relationship, especially if that's something they've been doing, right? So it's like, okay, let's dive into
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Where
Now-
are you at? What's going on? Is it me? Like, you got those questions just
Yeah.
gonna start coming rapid fire. And
It's
listen,
like, no, it just that's all you want to do.
and that's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that.
So you'd be okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because especially if they're fucking like rabbits,
Bro, I'm
and he
not,
wants.
I'm not gonna say I'd be okay, but like, I'd have to be able to be mature enough to
Yeah.
like just take that and listen, and obviously respect my girl if I love her and I want to be with her. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
but those questions are 100% valid.
1,000%.
That is. Yeah.
Yeah, because with guys will have sex all the time.
Right.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Like they're ready to go.
Uh-huh.
On command. You know? We're fucking the whole time.
Cocked and loaded.
We're cocked and loaded. Yeah.
Word to play.
And with women, a lot of times guys don't understand. Like women, they're not
not-
not like that.
Cocked and loaded.
They're not. And you know, for women, they want to feel fresh. They want to feel clean. They want to feel
Yeah.
ready. And you know,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. Like they want to be
Aroused.
aroused.
Yeah. Yeah.
A guy can get aroused like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like you see what I'm doing to you right now, Josh?
I'm aroused.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
So
Cocked and ready.
I think guys, you have to understand. Like it's not women are not like you.
Yeah.
It takes
Yeah, and I think it's cool that she is maybe like, look, I feel like our relationship has just become physical, and I kind of want to dig a little bit deeper and get to
Yeah.
know our relationship in a different light. So I just want to take a pause for a second and just reflect on who we are and just, go on a date and just be a date where we just get to know each other.
Hey, I was wondering if we can like do something else.
Yeah.
Just naked in the bed. Yeah, like I'm just kind of like.
Oh,
like oh, like dinner?
yeah.
Can you take me to like a basketball game or something? All we do is just Netflix and chill.
Yeah. Chill.
Yeah, it is okay to ask that.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. We crushed that one too, guys.
Yeah.
Man, we killing it.
We are killing it.
Last one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Another anonymous 30 to 35. If your partner was not able to give you kids and she suggests that you should leave and be with someone who will be able to fulfill that part of your life because she doesn't want you to miss out on being a dad, would you leave?
Bro.
Wow, that's big.
Oh my God.
If your partner.
That would break my heart if
Yeah.
my girl was the reason that we couldn't have kids, right? She had some issues and she was like, I want you to go be with somebody else because I can't fulfill that for you. That would, first of all, would devastate me. That she feels like that is the only reason I'd want to be
So
with
real
her.
quick, the question is, I can't give you kids because I'm not physically able
We
to.
don't know,
Yeah.
but most likely.
That's what it kind of feels
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
right?
that's
it's
what-
not because I don't want to have
to.
kids.
Right. It's
Physically
I physically
can't.
can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Bro, that would
Damn.
shatter me.
Me too.
Shatter me.
I wouldn't. Fuck.
I wouldn't leave.
I wouldn't
I
leave
wouldn't
either.
leave either. There's so
Yeah.
much other options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I wouldn't leave because
Yeah.
that's your wife.
It's
that's,
very selfless
That's
of
the
her
love of your life.
to
Yeah.
offer that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be like, I know you want kids. Like for example, I want kids more than anything in
Yeah.
this world, bro. And like if I was in that situation, it would shatter me from her to
Yeah.
even think like that. But I would have to commend her for being so selfless in the sense that like she really cares about me so much that she wants me to be. She's choosing my happiness
Yeah.
over her own, which is wild.
That'd make me fall in love even more.
Exactly. That was what I was gonna get to. That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna get to. That.
What would
selfless.
you do? Would you adopt or would you?
I think I would.
Maybe. I think I would
yeah.
adopt. I'm not super. Even if I have kids, bro, I'm not even closed off to the idea of adoption. I would love to adopt. Actually, it's kind of like a little thing of mine that I would want to
Yeah.
adopt.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think the same. Yeah. Especially if it was like this kind of situation, 100%. Especially if both partners want kids. Okay, this is what we'll do. This is our option now.
Are you guys just saying that because you guys do have girls at home and they might be?
No, that's
Oh no! It's just, I just feel like that's just the right
Yeah.
thing to do. You know.
I think that's the right thing to do as well.
You know what's
bro.
crazy? I was watching the Andrew Schultz comedy special. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it. No.
Fucking hysterical. Shout out to him.
I started watching.
What a fucking performance.
He's
so
brilliant, bro.
Fucking funny, and everybody should watch it. He talks about his
He had
it's a
issues
comedy
with
special
his
on
testicular.
his relationship with his girl and how they had problems having kids and they did the whole IVF thing. Hysterical, bro.
But it was his. It was his.
it was
issue.
his issue.
Okay.
He didn't.
Not
His
hers.
sperm count wasn't,
Yeah.
or something like that. Or I don't know. I forgot. But where was I going with this?
You're talking about testicles and.
No, I felt like I was going with something like this that really made sense, but I totally blanked.
You couldn't
Yeah.
have kids and they're happy.
Yeah, it was something like that. Oh my god, I totally missed what I was going to talk about.
They have kids now, though, right? He has a daughter.
Yeah, he had a daughter in IVF.
Yeah.
They did IVF. Yeah,
Can you remind me what that is again?
it's basically they.
Inseminate the.
I
sperm?
believe I might sound stupid, but I believe it's they inject continuously the woman with
his semen.
no, like estrogen.
Oh.
So she becomes basically a
Extra
super
fertile?
woman and extra fertile. And do you know how many eggs a woman produces a month? If they
Produces?
do? Is that
think
what it
they're
produces?
born.
No, like like when you have an egg, right? Am I getting it right? I want to say it right. Kinda?
Releases. I
Releases
guess?
an
yeah.
egg, right? Yeah.
Oh.
Once, right?
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah. While the,
So
yes.
basically, with IVF, you release a lot more than that. It tricks the body to release more, correct? So basically, then when you do have those eggs, they grab those eggs from you, and then they freeze them until your sperm is ready, and then they.
Oh.
What is that
do
pocket
something
Jess
like
where
that.
like
And it's not even like 100% that will get pregnant.
where women are fertile? Like what's that period called? There's
Ovulation?
ovulation. So I heard, and I think this is true, right? Like women can only get pregnant during ovulation.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Which is pretty wild to think about. Like you
Yeah.
can try and try and try,
Yeah.
but if they're not ovulating, then they can't get pregnant. There's like so much to it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but no, I would not leave my
Absolutely
girl
not,
or wife. Or, yeah.
Unless.
But what about if you were just dating?
Dating is different.
Or like you had like 2-3 years with her.
Oh my God, that's a good question. So you know you're dating, you're not married yet,
And
she cannot. It's impossible.
It's
for her.
okay to be selfish for the guy to maybe move on. Is
It
that
just depends
selfish?
on where I'm at in the relationship with that
Yeah.
specific
Sure.
person. But
Damn, that's hard.
it's a little bit more. I'd be a little bit more inclined to.
Yeah.
Like it'll be okay.
But it was my wife, a whole different situation.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Or like if you're with her for 10 years, you know,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Wow. Yeah.
Damn, like let's just say you start dating somebody, you're like 6 months in, you really start to
You're
like
in
it.
love.
You're like, wow, you guys are peak honeymoon phase. She hits you with that.
So that I can have kids?
Yeah.
I'm still right it.
You'll write it out?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I think so too.
For how many months?
Like I'm just saying
months.
like peak honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once that honeymoon
Yeah.
phases out, I'm out. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm just-
This was fun. Thank you. I'm out.
I'm just playing now.
Yeah.
Cool. That was it, huh?
That was it. Love
Wow. Mikey, you killed it.
it. Mikey, yes. Give it up for Mikey, everybody.
Bro, Street Fighter shit's sick, huh?
Street Fighter.
We had these like characters animated that resemble us.
Oh shit.
And they're literally fighting each other.
Every
Right
5
now,
minutes they
Every
fight
5
each
minutes
other.
they fight each other.
Who'd win?
Nobody
Yeah,
wins.
tune in and find out.
Ah.
No, nobody wins. Cool, bro. So we're back with Mikey. Mikey, you're currently single. You've never been in a relationship. Some people might say that's a red flag. By
Yeah.
the way,
Hey, I made a Tinder video.
A Tinder video?
Yeah, it was like a brand
Branded,
deal.
yeah.
And I mentioned that I've never been in a relationship, and a lot of older people, like 40s, red flag.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, man.
no, 24, bro.
You
I
guys are
think
divorced.
I think you're still. Yeah. How do you respond to that when people say like, "Yo, never been in a relationship, red flag"?
I asked them, how have your relationships been? And usually, if you view that as a red flag, their relationships all have ended bad.
Yeah.
And like I had mentioned before, I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people who get in relationships who don't even know themselves doesn't end up well because can't treat your partner well if you can't treat yourself well.
Yeah.
What
And also, you're not in your high 30s
I
like
know.
Josh. You're 24.
Like John.
What just happened right now? What just happened?
Got him.
What just
He's a
happened?
young buck.
We're literally the same age, asshole.
It was a bit. It was good. You gotta admit it. You gotta admit
It took
it.
me by storm a little bit. I was like,
And it was cool because I wasn't looking at Josh. You know, I got him, bro.
anyways.
I want to see his face. Thing. Please zoom in into his face, yeah? And then like warp him to make him look ugly. Yeah. Stop.
yeah, dude, I'm down for it all, baby. What I was gonna say, dude, something I appreciate about your answer is that like you're like, I'm working on myself. Versus a lot of guys, what's the typical answer? Why I've never been in a relationship? I haven't found the right one. Right? Like such an easy answer, but like for you, it's like no, she's out there.
Yeah.
I'm not the right one. Like we were talking about
Exactly,
earlier.
yeah.
So it's like working. So I think you have the most green flag answer of them all.
Yeah, I've been working on
It's
it.
probably.
Did that one hit? Did it hit?
Yeah. It's crazy how like you feel like you still need to work on yourself, which is super sick and admirable. But to other women, you're probably the one.
I'll take you as you are.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
And it screws me up because I'm like what else do I need? But there's like, I know myself. Like I know that's just not where I want to be right now. I'm focused. So
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to like answer what that looks like for people. Like you know, like you
Yeah.
said, like you don't gotta explain to anybody. Like when do you know you're gonna be ready?
Yeah.
It's like, look, I know I'm
Yeah.
doing this work on my own. It's my own journey, mind your
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else are you working on right now? Like what's going on with you?
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, is there something like in the cut that
And the
nobody knows
pipeline,
about?
if they will.
I'm just really focused on the acting stuff. I don't know, like I'm sure you guys are in the like you guys live here and stuff like that, so you guys know like more than me. I'm just trying to figure it all out. I have an agency. I have like
Cool.
it's just weird to see like the steps that I'm taking because no one's gonna come up to you
No.
and say I want you to be in my movie.
They happen, but
Like
you
it
can't
happens.
expect
I
that
can't
to
expect
happen.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta put the
Like Brad
bricks.
Pitt, that's how he got discovered, like in a bar.
Did he really?
Like, yeah. Like
No
there's
way.
There's actors who have had that story.
This is
And then
true?
and then people lean on that, like that's gonna happen to
Yes,
me.
yeah.
And then that like affects you because you're not doing any of the work.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, like you got to do the work. You got to
Yeah.
go to the classes. You got to do all that stuff. You got to get an agent.
That makes them so much cooler.
Yeah, bro. He
love
literally
It's like
got his
imagine
aura.
being so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That
Like,
like,
you're like, hey, I'm this big
you
Hollywood
didn't have to
agent,
do anything other than just be cool.
and I don't know what it is, but you've got it, and you're in. You're in my next movie.
It's like
$100 million budget.
Favorite Brad Pitt movie? Go.
Ooh, Troy.
Same.
But I also love him in Ocean's 11. Sorry.
That was actually a good movie too.
He's so sick in that movie.
Inglourious Bastards.
Ooh, great movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
He switches it up right there too. Obviously, he's like a whole.
What a
different-
great movie. Yeah.
Dude,
But
he's a great actor, bro.
He is. Yeah.
Troy
He's
is sick.
Yeah, yeah.
You seen Troy?
Troy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that yours?
Yeah, Troy.
Yeah.
Troy.
Fight Club is amazing as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's fucking in everything.
He's Brad motherfucking Pitt, bro.
I know.
We should get him on the pod.
Imagine.
That'd be sick.
Wow. You know what to tell him.
Yeah. Brad, I'll suck you off right now.
Whoa.
Too much?
Not enough.
Not enough. So you want to do the acting? That's like the big dream. That's the overall.
Yeah, that's why I started everything.
Damn, bro.
I'm not like. That's always been.
Bro, it's gonna be exciting. You're 24 years old.
I know. I keep forgetting that everything is so new to you,
It's so-
low key, because you just quit your job in February.
Yeah.
And like you're talking about like being with an agency now. I'm assuming you just were you just committed to an agency, right? Or like a management company.
I had a management for the past year, but I just signed with a big agency. So, Gersh. So I signed. I
sick,
signed it with
bro.
Gersh, and then it just feels good, you know. Like, it
Yeah.
just feels good. Like even meeting you guys, like life feels good right now.
That's good, bro.
Yeah,
You're
I
doing
love
all the
that.
right things, bro. I feel like you're putting out the right energy in life. You're taking chances. You're taking risks. You're working on yourself. Like things are gonna fall into place perfectly for you.
I
bro,
appreciate
you know.
it, yeah.
And if they don't, like you're gonna grow from those moments.
Yeah.
You know. And I was gonna say, like, even for myself, bro, when I started, that was my big dream. I wanted to get into acting.
Yeah.
And there's still a part of me that wants to get into acting, but I'm just so excited to see like where your life is gonna take you. Because sometimes we have one plan and God has another.
Yeah,
And it's just
exactly.
cool to see like where
Yeah.
it goes and the ride is. And if you have that attitude of just gratitude and appreciation of like, I'm just so excited. I'm just excited to be here. It's the best, bro.
Yeah.
It's the best.
And you're gonna get there so much faster because you're just focused on yourself.
Yeah, for sure. It just feels good to like even if it doesn't happen, I feel like I just don't want to be in my deathbed.
What if?
What if? That's my biggest fear. What if I tried to be like I could have been an actor. I
Yeah.
could have, but I would never know. At least now, if I fail, I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to be an actor no more.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
Yeah, you gotta
And
do-
dude, you have
gotta try.
all the room in the world to fail right now. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like
yes.
this is the time to fail. If there's ever a
Exactly.
moment to fail, it's right now.
Yeah.
Like where you're at and stuff like that. And the cool thing is like now we live in a time where like social media is like a big thing for you. So
Yeah.
like while you're acting, you have the luxury of like being able to focus on acting because you're doing the social media stuff
Yeah.
where you don't have to be at a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just allows you to like take that chance, bro.
Yeah.
You got to take that chance.
It's also a lot of work too, like focusing on yourself and creating content and creating good content and like taking time and doing that. Like that's a lot of work as well.
yeah, definitely privileged enough to leave the 9 to 5. I'm so happy. A lot of people don't know how it feels to work a job, which
Crazy.
is like it's mandatory. I think you have to.
Before you get into anything.
before you get into that
else.
because like
Yeah.
everything now is
Easy.
vacation.
Yeah.
like
He always says that. Like he's just so lucky. Like this is our job. Like this is my life right now. Yeah, it's easy.
Like yeah, exactly. Like, or you're gonna pay me to do this?
Yeah.
I would have done it for free for you. Like it's like when you I think that 9 to 5, all that stuff. Like, so blessed to have. You know.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like when you're actually doing it and that's your life, and you're like, I did construction for years.
Yeah.
You know, I landscaped. I've done it all, every type of job, restaurant, anything. And like you get to yourself and you like talk to yourself and you're like, fuck, bro, I can't wait to get off.
Yeah.
I can't do this. You like doubt yourself a lot, especially when it's things that you don't want to do and you're just doing it for the check because you got bills.
Yeah,
to
you
pay.
gotta
Yeah.
you gotta make it mean.
And you come from nothing, and your
Yeah.
dad doesn't give you money, your mom doesn't give you money. You try to make something so you can at least help them out with their own rent,
Yeah.
or you know, something. So when you work like that, you know, you're like fucking, you're not happy, But you look back at it, I'm like, dog, I'm so fucking glad I went through that shit because that shit changed who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
And like, I just appreciate everything in fucking life, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Something I feel like people don't talk about in like 9 to 5s that comes with like, obviously, like a lot of the times, most people, and I feel like I could say this, like most people in 9 to 5 are miserable. They don't want to be there, right? They're not fulfilled. They're in hopes for like to do more with their life, but this is all they can offer at the moment. Something that is not really talked about is like the environment in those facilities, sometimes those places, how people are just so like negative and miserable, and that is what they bring into your life. That is also sucks the life out of you, bro.
Yeah.
It's just very interesting because I remember I've worked so many jobs, bro. I started working when I was 15 and a half. As soon as I can get a worker's permit, I was working at Red Brick Pizza. It was like a pizza spot, very similar to like a Blaze Pizza. I've always worked. But I remember there was being certain places where like I was job to job trying to figure out what spoke to me, what was my passion. I've done the warehouse stuff, and I just remember being in those environments and how much people sucked, bro. Like their perspective on life.
They drain you.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. They emotionally, mentally drain you. And if you get stuck in that, and that is just what your day-to-day life is for years to come, dude, that's just insane to me. It's insane. So I always encourage people like take the fucking chance.
Take the risk, yeah.
Do it. Because like, you know, to be miserable or to like risk doing something that you could fall in love with and it could work out for you is so much more rewarding to this side.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, even if you work less and have more freedom but make less money, you're winning.
Yeah.
You're winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think more people need to take more risk. More people need to create. I think a lot of people put their little like creative aspects in a hole.
Yeah.
When they think they grow up, they don't need to like have their imagination anymore and stuff like that. Like their creative outlets. It could be anything. It could literally be anything from drawing to talking to making jokes.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that makes people like lose who they really are. They're like the kid in them.
The imagination.
And when I was a cop, no one, you're not creative. You're not creating nothing. I love drawing. I love making jokes. I love theater. I love all that stuff. But like when you're with other people, it's like in that environment, you think that's how you should start acting, and you start acting like that, and then you realize, why am I so sad? And you realize, you're not
so serious all the time.
You're not doing the things that you used to love. So, but when you realize that, and then you realize you want to get out of that. So
we're very fortunate, man, all of us, to like be able to be in a creative space like this.
But also what Mikey said too is, you know, I'm very humble and but I'm also very prideful. I am also very prideful of what we've created, what I've created in the past, and what has gotten me here as well today. You know, and I take pride in that. That's why I work hard as well. Yeah. Because I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of how I've acted. I'm proud of how I've treated other people as well to put me in this position. Because that's what it's all about too. Yeah. Treating people
with respect and kindness.
Knowing the right people. You know, going out there and talking to people. You know what I always tell myself? Why can't I go to like a coffee shop and just look at this guy that hops out of a Bentley and be like, hey, what do you do? You know, nobody ever does that. Yeah. But why isn't that acceptable? Because if you just did that, I promise you he would be a nice guy or a nice lady and he would give you advice. Yeah. Or he would say, yeah, I do this, I do that. And just doing something like that so simple. Nobody ever does that. Yeah. Nobody ever looks at people that look like, you know, they're living good. Not like in a very like unhumble way, in a humble way. I'm doing good in my life. Nobody ever goes up to those people and say, hey, what do you do? Yeah. How can I like, you know, what can I do to be like you? Nobody ever does that. It's too much pride. Yeah. We have to let our pride to the side as well. Yeah. And we have to be people persons. Yeah. If you don't know how to talk to people, learn how to talk to people. Because that's major in life. Advice, yeah. It's major in life.
And it's something you can learn. It's a skill. It's not something, some people are born with it, right? But you can develop that skill. Yeah. To learn how to talk, to learn how to converse. Especially nowadays in the world that we live in, there's so much information out there. There's people that specialize in teaching people how to have conversations, right? Like you can learn all that stuff. Yeah. And then it's also about like taking the chance. Like you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta like see the guy and ask the question, right? Like you gotta take that chance to do it. That's the only way you get better is by putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations. Yeah. You know?
I like how you said like I have pride in my work, but I'm not prideful enough to ask for help. Or, like I think a lot of like I'm not gonna ask him for his advice. Not at all. Cool. Give me anything. If you got something to help me with, I'm more open hand.
Bro, and if we both help each other, you know what I mean? Like that's money. It's always gonna work that way. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Mikey, what a great
Bro,
show.
this was an amazing episode.
Don't you feel
man.
like you've known Mikey
Yeah,
already?
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Almost like if we're from the same area.
Same hood, baby.
High
Yeah.
school. We went to high school
Yeah,
together.
something like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm blown away by you. You honestly have like surpassed my expectations, man. You
Thank
carry
you.
yourself like amazing. You have an incredible heart, bro. Incredible
you.
spirit.
Thank you.
It was honestly a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thank
here,
you
bro.
very
You're a
much.
great guy, Mikey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are, man.
Thank you,
You
guys.
are.
Love you guys.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
And thanks to Jess for pulling up those wonderful questions. Matt, well, you're Matt. Just kidding. You know I love you, Matt.
Thanks, man.
Guys, welcome.
He's so used to doing the intro.
Start of the podcast.
We're back, guys, and we're back.
Guys, remember, notifications on. Follow La Plática. If you're new here, welcome. This is La Plática, the Josh Leo, Sebastian Robles. And today we have a very super handsome guy, Mikey. Can I say Narine or Narine?
You can say Narine.
Nadine.
Is Narine the proper way?
You could. It's like there's.
It sounds
It's
sick.
shortened.
Yeah.
It's a longer last name, but like Narine.
Narine. Sick.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do what I want.
Narine. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to do a TikTok too.
Yeah, we'll
for
do
the
a
ladies,
TikTok
bro.
for the ladies. Yeah, I'll film it. And I'll film it. Members, follow Sasson Studios too. Like, follow it right now. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram as well. The most powerful podcast network in the world. I never said that
There
either.
it is. I knew you never said that. We have an original piece of content with Mikey on Sasson. So if you want to see some exclusive shit, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
You don't want to
We
miss
also have other podcasts that are under Sasson Studios as well, like Suelta la Lengua and the IE and Besties. Check them out because they popping.
We only hand select the best.
Hand selected, handmade, handcrafted.
Yeah.
No, but you can follow them. It's an amazing YouTube channel to follow. And like I said,
Do you have a YouTube channel, bro?
I do, but I don't post. So,
Okay.
Narine
The
Mikey.
main thing is Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
like those. Okay. So follow Mikey on those platforms.
follow Mikey. They already are.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank
Mikey's
you so much,
followers, follow us.
All these guys.
Mikey. Yeah, nos vemos en la próxima plática. Am I missing anything?
There it is, man. There it is. What episode is this? 187.
7.
Oh, that's murder.
Ooh,
Yeah,
187.
187.
We
this
murdered this
podcast.
shit. 187. I said 187. We got a 187.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Hope to see you soon, Mikey.
Oh, he's coming back.
I'm coming back.
He's coming
Hopefully we
back.
made like a good impression with you, you know?
No, you guys are
Like
cool.
you go back
Yeah,
and
you
like,
guys are
yeah,
big bros.
those fools are tight. you
But it's
know?
his first podcast.
Yeah.
He 187 that hoe.
Uh-huh. Can't wait for the next.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Nos vemos.
All right. See y'all.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.